thing on? Yes! Hi! Welcome! Happy... What day of the week is it? It's Sunday. I know it's Sunday because I just came from the farmer's market. The farmer's market, our local farmer's market is on Sundays. Oh my goodness. The level of unemployed where you don't know what day of the week it is anymore. That's where I'm at. The other day, I was, where was I? I was somewhere on Friday night. What was I doing Friday? Hanging out with a bunch of people on Friday doing something. Oh, Friday night I was in San Francisco for the opening night of our... It's actually really exciting. We have a new queer museum in San Francisco, Chinatown. I think I told you guys on stream that I was going to go after. So I went. We were hanging out with everybody, and I'm sitting there, and I'm just like, today's Sunday, right? I was so certain. I was like, it has Sunday vibes. I think it's Sunday. My friends were like, it's definitely Friday. I keep the days of the week in mind because I have to know what coffee shops are open. That's also real Koniko. That's me and like libraries. Because a lot of libraries don't open on Monday. And then I think Sunday opening hours are like later. They open like 1 p.m. or something instead of 10. Thanks a biblically accurate HSR boy. Oh, Nameless. I don't know if you were around when I wrote my farmer's market song. I think a few months back, was it? When was this? I don't remember. You know my little like starting soon screen like text blurb that I put under the timer over here? I think that day I had also just come back from the farmer's market and I wrote in the blurb, I went to the farmer's market today and it restored my will to live. And then as I was staring at it while the timer was counting down, it like sang itself in my head. And now I like compose a little bit more of that song every time I go to the farmer's market. So I was writing it a little bit in the car. Maybe I should write it down. The melody goes, I went to the farmer's market today and it restored my will to live. Stood in the sunlight and tried a taste of all the good life had to give. The hummus guy gave me a dozen samples. I gladly ate every bit. My favorite was garlic and jalapeno. Bought 2 of those and some chips. And round and round and round we go. Something, 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 something. I keep rewriting that line. And da 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 da. And that's the chorus. It like goes several times in the round and round and round line. But it's like a folksy pastoral pop ballad? Like, what genre is this? I don't even know. I think it's 6/8 time. Like, in my head, it's like a da-da-da-da-da-da. Anyway, I write a little bit more every time I go to the farmer's market, so I have to keep going so I can finish writing this song. That's like the theme song for an anime where gardening is... Can you imagine a gardening magic system? That would go so hard. So hi, hello! Hi, chat. Hope everyone's Sunday is going well. It is going great because I went to the farmer's market, which always restores my will to live. Casual, Mamma Mia, welcome. It's the 1st of June. Happy Pride Month. I need to go. Actually, I have to do... After today's stream, I have to go do vocal recording to finish my Pride... I have a cover coming out. The goal was originally to get it out, like, the first day of Pride Month. And then a lot of things, like life happened to not just me, but everybody else who was working on this with me. And I was like, all right, guys, let's chill a little bit. Just to hit the first day of Pride Month is not worth it for us to fucking ming out here. So we'll probably get it out in like 2 weeks is what I'm thinking. Like smack dab in the middle of Pride Month. That seems good. That seems great, actually. Nothing is so urgent that we have to fucking lose sleep over trying to get a cover out on time. You know what I mean? But if you guys, I feel like the song is probably, the hint I'll give is if you're Taiwanese or Chinese or whatever, if you're a Chinese speaker, and you're queer and you think about like a song that represents being queer in China, there's like a pretty specific song that comes to mind. I have a crush on Sunday from HSR and June started on a Sunday. This must mean Moonlit's out here like reading the signs. Wait, why am I getting a phone call? Who dis? Tap to view reason for calling. That seems like a scam. Yup. Great. That's why millennials and Gen Zs don't pick up the phone anymore. Can't wait for that on my polls are saved and ready. Wait, for who? The Cyberpunk event? Is Starrail doing a Cyberpunk event? Is that what that is? Stibby! Happy 15 stream streak. Okay. I arrived in time. Hello! Welcome, EOSN. Good to have you. Why'd you hang up on me? Quantico didn't miss a beat. Can you fucking imagine? Oh, that would have been so funny. Okay. We're gonna go into the game. My goal today is to finish. Oh shit! I need to finish catching up on timestamps. I'm I think 1 stream behind on timestamps right, or a stream and a half behind on timestamps right now. It's okay. I'll get around to it. It's fine. It's mostly for my own self-satisfaction. Okay. My like stream deck is kind of glitching out. It'll be okay. Last stream we started Notlon Act 6 and I thought DAINSLEIF was gonna show up and then he didn't. We got some goofy ass girl trying to flirt with my son Ether, so I guess that's fine. I forgot her name. Direidyth, something like that. She was actually very cute, and if it was Lumion I would have had no complaints, but because it was Ether, it was unacceptable. So I was like, covers my son's eyes, yanks his hand away. So that was actually the mainly all that happened last stream was some girl tried to flirt with my son right in front of my salad. Yeah, that damn harlot, that little tart. Anyway, she could see like monsters, strongly implied to be of probably Kynria, and appeared to think that she was of a time probably more than 500 years ago. So some time shenanigans happening is the obvious implication. We'll figure out exactly what the nature of that probably today. And if they don't give me DAINSLEIF today, I will riot. I'd be very upset. I don't know if there's a real threat in there anywhere, but for the time being, we'll settle with I will be very upset. I play as Lumine, so I enjoyed all their... Must be nice, Moonlit. Must be nice. Wish I could have had that instead. I don't regret choosing Ether, like not a single time. I'm very happy with my main character selections across all of the Hoyo games. Like I play Belle and ZZZ, or just for the like one day I played it, and I really enjoyed I really like her brother's, what's his name? I really like her brother's voice, and you get to, like, whichever sibling you play, you hear the other sibling's voice a lot over comms, and that was really sweet. I really like him. And that Wise, that was his name. I really like Wise's voice. I actually really want to cosplay Wise, but I don't play enough ZZZ to justify. Maybe somebody's selling a used Wise cosplay. Sorry, ADHD blinders on. I play Stell in Starrail. Love Stell. That girl has, like, maybe one brain cell online at a time. And it's so endearing. She's so cute. And then I think I always prefer the, like, of the two options you get, which one's like the sillier one. That's the one I'm happy to have chosen. So I think I've won. I think I've gotten the sillier one every time. I love Wise too, Ultraviolet. He's so cute. He's so cute. Belle and Wise are Rin and Akira. Rin and Akira, as in who? Wise's second outfit in season 2 really shows the shape of his butt. I'm gonna be so honest, I never once have thought about the shape of Wise's butt. But it sounds like you're enjoying it, so I'm happy for you. I'm happy for Lumine only because Jet exists. Ah, it's fucking real. Yeah, well, I think Jet Lumine is a very cute pairing. I agree. I like Xiaomin too. I like Xiaother and Xiaomin equally, but maybe I just like Xiao. I love shipping Ether with all the men and Lumine with all the women. Yeah, that is pretty accurate. A few exceptions here and there, such as Xiaomin, but I think Xiao is just so flirty, you like can't really deny it. You know what I mean? Like, it's so explicit. Okay, anyway, today's goal is to finish part 6, so I don't have any commitments after this except that I have to go vocal record. So I can end anytime. So I'm just gonna go until we do that. Pretty clean goal today. Let me get us into the game, get my desktop audio on, pause my BGM. Okay, things look good. Oh, hold on, you guys can't see what I'm seeing. Haha! Here we go. Fully support ether ships of all kinds, but cannot fathom shipping ether with a woman. He's too zesty. Actually, that's a good point. I can see Lumine being shipped with certain male characters, but yeah, ether with a lady? I can't think of a single one. I thought really hard, guys. Maybe like... No. No. I don't know. Yeah. Huh. I mean, like, ship whatever you want, but I don't feel like any of these are coming intuitively to me. Oops. Okay, let me get my windows in position. Lancer, I'm thinking about ether in a woman. Trying to think of a lady. Okay. Let me know as always if the audio is no good. And I believe where we paused in the quest was we said bye to direidyth after like equipping her with like, what was it, food or something? I don't even remember. We said bye to her. That's all that matters. Where am I going? Is there like a less stupid way to go there? There's gotta be a less dumb way to go there, right? Oh, there's a teleporter. There's a teleporter over there. Okay, we're okay. Ether lavender marriage with Ayaka is crazy. Well, I actually really like that. That's really funny. Lavender marriage is the only conceivable possibility for Ether. Oh, I'm going the wrong way. I can see that. I can 100% see that. Especially if it's Ayaka. Ether with Xiao has always been the OTP. So well said, Elizabeth. I agree. Hello, coach! I've missed you. Oh, right. And then I guess I should have said the Abyss was also attacking, and everyone was like, but it was like the Abyss, sorry, the Abyss Order is attacking. And Ether is obviously crashing out because it means his sister's nearby. And we find, oh, the most important update I didn't include in the recap is Ether picks up like a glowing thing off the ground and Paimon's like, what's that? And he's like, the key to my spaceship. And everyone, including Paimon's like, you're what? So the devs just casually dropped on us the fact that the twins have, I guess, been traveling the universe in an actual spacecraft. And they each have a key. They're spaceships. So it's implied to, strongly implied to be Lumine's key, because Ether has his, according to him. What if the twins both have partners in their home world and we won't find out for 74,587 more years? I would believe that. Maybe that's why they're both so, like, chaste. I'm more shocked that they drive. Okay, so I guess the big story beats so far are found Lumine's spaceship key, but not Lumine. The Abyss Order is attacking Knotline, as in we just stopped being at war, and now I guess we're at war again. Oh well, typical. And also there's that weird girl direidyth, with some kind of time situation that we haven't figured out. That's kind of it. That's kind of it. Okay, did they deploy some kind of secret weapon?
不，别紧张，是对方的阵线崩溃了。
哇，你干嘛吓人呀？对方的阵线崩溃了，不是好事嘛。
Do we throw Mabuika at them?
兵力还在冲，所以我一开始也不知道究竟发生了什么。
Oh, the kids are playing. The kids are playing. Oh my god, speaking of which, I got ding dong ditched by the neighbor's kids. It was actually really cute. There was like a frantic pounding at the door and I was like, oh my god, what's going on? And like went to check the door, and in the hallway, like there was a single like large slip of white paper I literally, like, this is the slip of paper. It was just sitting on the ground with the text like facing our doorway, and it says, wait, you guys have to see this. It's actually so funny. I was just really enjoy how it's obviously like a child's handwriting. I picked it up and I was just like, what? Like, as I was opening my door, I heard a door down the hall slamming. Some traditions never change. I was like, this is now one of my most prized possessions. I got ding dong ditched by a neighbor. Oh, so cute. Okay, I'm glad I got to share that with you guys. Was it meant for somebody else? No, I feel like kids just play ding dong ditch. Yeah, it's just me versus a random 10-year-old. Exactly. I feel like when I played ding dong ditch as a kid, we didn't leave notes, but I'm also kind of like, okay, like it's a very unthreatening note, you know what I mean? Like, there's nothing problematic on it. They're calling me stinky and telling me to go take a shower. Like, I feel like that's a timeless classic of personal insults. It's the like, you're ugly and your mama dresses you funny of timeless insults, you know? Uh-oh, stinky. I think the funniest part was I was in the bathroom, like literally getting ready for a shower when I heard the pounding on the door, and I was like, damn, how'd they know I was stinky right now? This kid is fucking, this kid is a, what's the word for when you can like read minds? Wait, 8080, thank you for the primary sub. Happy 20 months. Polite children reminding me to shower. I know, right? I know. I guess they could smell me from down the hallway. Do they know how heartwarming it was? They'd probably be annoyed. You're right. They're probably genuinely trying to be really mean. I just picked it up. I was just like, Lamau! Oh, so cute. Immediately took a photo and like I put it in the pile of stuff that goes in my journal. This kid is a prophet. Okay, anyway, just wanted to show you guys that. I thought it was so cute. Okay, I'm glad the kids are, you know, living their child lives still. I think that actually is very important that we all get a childhood. So this kid seems to be having a great one. All right, I'm gonna, if they showed up and asked what you thought of the note, I guess I would have to act like bewildered, right? That's probably what they would want. I'm trying to imagine, like, if I was 7 years old and I tried to ding dong ditch a neighbor and I left them a really mean note, how would I want them to have reacted to it? Probably like get a little mad and also very confused. I think that would be the ideal scenario if I were 7 years old and feeling kind of mean. Tasty, welcome! Happy 30 streams! Crazy. Shocked and frustrated. Yeah, exactly. If the kid were to show up, be like, hey, did you see a note here? I'd be like, yeah, that was so rude and disrespectful. I'm very personally insulted by this note that I received in the middle. I really wish I'd gotten a photo of the way it looked in the middle of the fucking hallway. Like, it looked just a big ass hallway, little piece of paper. I was like, what's that? And I had to like walk all the way out to get it. Ah, goodness, you should get a picture with them and frame it with a note. I should, but I don't even know who it is. I don't know whose kid did this. I heard the door off to the, like, if I'm facing the hallway, it was like a few doors to the right, but there's like a good like 4 families down that way. I don't know. They all have kids. Like, our neighborhood is really popular with young couples who have kids. Like, we're the 2 extremes of the age spectrum. We have young couples who have like their first kid, and then we have old retired people, and that's it. There's like nobody in between, because once you get a second kid or you make a little more money, you move out of my neighborhood, because it's just, this is like all condos. Like, there's not enough room to raise a family here. I don't know. I start fake crying. Oh yeah. Oh, I can't say you, because I think the kid wouldn't want to be figured out, so I'd probably have to be like, oh, whoever left me this note called me stinky. That was so mean. My feelings are so hurt. And I'm giving you anime side eye. Do they know? Probably. I'm a really bad liar. I feel like I would be having too much fun to be believably upset. I just think the handwriting is so cute. One more look, and then we'll go back. Like, just the obviousness of a child. Also, the way it's like so small. Like, it's such a big piece of paper, and they started writing, and it was like they lost steam. Like, the font gets smaller as they go. Like, it's so. Why is it so cute? Oh, one of the most charming things that's happened to me all year. Oh man, crying outside the door, peeking out of the corners of their head. Yeah, precisely. Oh fuck. I'm happy their grammar and syntax is good. Yeah, we live in a nerd neighborhood. Our school district is extremely highly ranked. It's part of what makes the housing prices so high here. Reminds me of how I used to write. I know, it really like brings you back, doesn't it? And it's in pencil, and it's like clearly it's not just like thin mechanical pencil. Like that is a whole ass, like somebody took out their like HB pencil and like sharpened it in the pencil sharpener and wrote that. Like that's a true to God pencil. They didn't even fucking sharpen it actually. That's clearly an unsharpened pencil. Insane work. Like, not even old enough to use a mechanical pencil. Yeah, that's their number 2 pencil. Oh, cute. Feign defiance. Just for that, I'm not showering until you reveal yourself. Oh my god. Oh, I wish there were a way for me to like return a note to them. I don't know who it is. Yeah, I like number 2 pencils too. I agree, but I just think it's really funny that like this is obviously I wouldn't choose a number 2 pencil to write a note to somebody, you know what I mean? So this is a child's handiwork. All right, anyway, that was quite the tangent. Sorry about that. Let's continue talking to Coach. Jesus Christ.
他看到了什么？
有一个人，
Put on auto.
仅仅一个人，如饥似渴地冲入敌阵，又如若无人之境一般到处穿梭。那人使用着闻所未闻的力量，舞着见所未见的剑术。等反应过来的时候，深渊教团就只剩下残兵败将了。
Was that not us?
以上是我复述了哨兵的原话，我觉得明显有夸大的成分。
Because if it was the enemy lines getting destroyed, then it wasn't Lumine doing that, which leaves Ether, right?
这样的强者，我们究竟应该用什么样的态度去接触？
那个，我觉得伊安山可以不用苦恼了，光听你的描述，
Nothing beats a
我
freshly
们就知道
sharpened
对方
number
是谁
2.
了。
There is a certain crispiness, isn't there?
我之前
Oh,
就
is
在
it
想，
DAINSLEIF? Oh, it could be
深渊教
DAINSLEIF,
团搞
you're
出
right.
这么大动静，那个男人怎么还没有出现？
I just want to call out, Paimon said 那个男人。
我之前就在想，深渊教团搞出这么大动静，那个男人怎么还没有出现？
She said, I don't know if 那个男人 can have an accurate tone translation. It's like a little bit mocking, disdainful. She goes like, that guy. Isn't it time for that guy to show up? Like that kind of energy. Yeah, who else could it be? I guess it is DAINSLEIF.
大英斯雷布，
Oh my god, Yin got to talk. Traveler got to talk. I get to talk all the time.
不知道这里允不允许外人进去？啊！
Oh, Karma, thank you for the... I almost said tip. It's not called tips in YouTube. It's called supers. Thank you for the super. It's called flockers and not mother flockers. Maybe we can have like a special high tier flocker category called mother flocker. We can unofficially call it the mother flocker. Hello.
那我们过去打个招呼。
She's sick of his shit too. Yeah. Aren't we all? Okay, let me not forget to get this. Are you guys proud of me? I didn't forget the teleporter. Okay, where am I going? Wait for DAINSLEIF to show up. That really is literally what I have been doing, isn't it? Do I just... 111 meters? Is it low or high? Lower. Lower? Fire? That scene was from the Tribal Chronicle. Yeah, yeah. I didn't finish the quest. I triggered. Oh, there he is.
你们难道是在等我？
DAINSLEIF, I spent all of last stream, all 3 hours of it, waiting for you. So yes, this is like when you're on a date with a cute girl and the cute girl shows up and she's like, I'm sorry, have I kept you waiting? And then you're like, no, I just got here. Except with DAINSLEIF, it's the opposite. Yes, I have been waiting, you motherfucker. How dare you keep me waiting, in fact. Deeply offensive. Fuck you. Affectionate. He's finally here! This is like when you're on a date with a cute girl. Don't have to brag. No, this is purely hypothetical, Karma. You think I have enough game to go on a date with a cute girl? Who do you think I am? Oh my god.
非常荣幸，戴因斯雷布先生。谢谢你为我们的战士提前打破僵局。有你这样的强者站在同一方。
You're low with the, I mean DAINSLEIF. He left you waiting with that other girl. He really did. He abandoned me to deal with fucking, what's her name? Direidyth? Something like that.
不需要感谢我。
What do you mean? You have a bunch of games? I do have a bunch of games, Karma. That is correct. Severs, hello! So glad to catch a stream live. It's good to have you also.
你不要见怪我，亚莎。戴因这家伙的态度总是这样，但其实他心肠很好的。
I'm surprised Paimon would vouch for him.
当然没关系，猥琐的伊安山尊重力量。我也看得出这位先生并无冒犯之意，我依旧很开心与他结识。
Yansan said, "Assume best intentions." Wait, but what did DAINSLEIF say that felt rude? I don't feel like that's whatever. I keep forgetting he's like twink shaped. He's like so big in my head. And then he shows up and he's like a stick. And I'm like, huh? Is this the first time we see Dane interacting with someone other than us? Did we see him interact with Kaya? I don't remember that. Was that an event? I might have missed it. When did DAINSLEIF interact with Kaya? It feels like something I should remember. That feels like a big deal. Cause isn't there still the ongoing theory that Kaya is Kainrian? Sumeru DAINSLEIF quest? I did play that. Why don't I remember this? The Caribou quest? I definitely remember playing that quest. Shit, I'm gonna have to look up the interaction. I don't remember it. Alright, whatever. Bye, coach. Was confirmed Kaimrian. Oh, wow, I can't believe I just erased that from my head.
伊安山嘛，我记住他的名字了。不要在与七神的子民来往的过程中投入太多感情，这是我的原则。
Okay, we'll let you off the hook.
真没办法。算了，戴叶，你有带来什么情报吗？
Yeah, what do you know?
我从未见过深渊教团
Give me the info dump.
行动。此举从表面上看，可以说并不明智。战力的悬殊，他们不可能意识不到。
Must be gone when this happens. I don't recall that either. Yeah, I'm also confused. I'll just look it up after. It's fine. Pointed out he's only half, which is why his eyes are a little different. Why don't I remember this at all? From the Caribou quest? What the fuck? I feel like I would remember something as important as that in Sumeru. I mean, it was 3 years ago, but I played that quest. On stream! Wait, did I? Did I play it on stream? Who knows?
我们也这么觉得。
He also thinks something is
我
fishy.
花了些时间调查，也抓过深渊教团的
Import
人进行
Ormos
审
with some
问。
cocktails? I don't remember this.
或许是他们这次的行动保密规格很高，迄今为止，我几乎一无所获。我有种很不好的预感，深渊教团愿意付出这么大的代价强攻纳塔，
Are they
其
going for
背
the
后的目的
Gnosis?
一定
Since
促使他们这么做的价值。
the
那
Saritsa
你
left
觉
it
得
alone?
我们现在应该怎么办呀？
Just because Kapitano asked nicely.
情报不
What a
足的
good
情况
boss.
下，除了战斗，暂时
You don't remember because the memory was deleted from Herman's
不
soul.
管他们在盘
That's
算什么。
100% what happened.
既然深
That's
渊
the
教团
canon
为
now,
此愿意
guys. We're
牺牲人
accepting
手
it.
和兵力，那我就要把这份牺牲最大化，大到超出他们的预期。
Okay.
如果能够利用好这次机会，剿灭深渊教团绝大部分的兵力，让他们再也
It
无法
still
组织
feels
同
like
样规模的行
illogical
动
and
的
maybe
话，
a trap though,
不
right?
管怎么
So,
说，都应该是件划算的事。
all right, let's go kick their ass, I guess.
如果能抢在他们的目的达成之前解决掉他们，
Death in the afternoon, the
就更
drink.
完美了。
Yeah, apparently. God, bro is so skinny. Okay, I'm gonna. Look at his legs. They're like sticks.
我明白的，对戴因来说，应该没有什么比一口气把深渊教团的大部分家伙全都干掉更解气的事情了，对吧？
没错，
哦，
I had
很
to do
少
a
见到
crash
戴因
course.
这么
Remember that
坦
quest
诚
because。people were slandering bedtime story, the sibling quest after that one. Do I remember that one? The Ying will not remember. Ying is not the forest, guys. Ying is just a single tree. You're in a good mood, bro.
你们那边呢？有没有？
Okay.
线索的话，我们发现了他妹妹
I
身上的
keep-
飞船休眠仓钥
Oh, I
匙
did. I
掉在
keep
了卧
steeping
龙之
tea and
邦附
forgetting
近
it.。It's so wasteful because I actually have a fancy leaf brewing today. Oh, specifically the hibernation chamber key. Okay, I don't know if they actually said that when we first found it.
毕竟是如此大
I
规
think he
模的
did.
行动，
The hibernation
当然不
chamber
奇怪
on the spaceship or some crazy sentence like that.
哦，还有，我有一些魔物之，
I keep accidentally clicking.
但又有一些
We're
魔物
talking
我们
about
看得到，
direidyth.
他却看不到。然后他还说自己要去找救世主，那个救世主和旅行者很像。
What's this little waste for,
阿成就是
Dainsley?
他
For
的
other
妹妹
men to hold? Yes.
你说，那个少女管她叫救世主？
对啊，你想到什么了吗，大爷？
最后一次听到这种叫法，还是在坎瑞亚灾变以前。
As in the
而且
savior?
那的确是用来称呼。
Yeah, I mean, I feel like that's pretty clear. Was that
只是坎瑞亚灾变以后，
was
应该
that
不会有
Lumina
人
is
还
considered,
相
or
信什么
whoever our
救世
twin
主
is.
的
Our twin is
存在
considered
了
the savior.
谁知道呢？
Right, as in that it like that's why it's so clear that it's yeah.
可是之前我听说他的妹妹一直是被叫做公主殿下的呀，救世主这个称呼又是怎么来的？
True.
在旅行者的血亲获封坎瑞亚公主身份的那个时期，黑王以及坎瑞亚宫廷上下一直在鼓吹他将会为坎瑞亚带来的那份力量。
Vinster King?
似乎只要有他在，一切苦难都能够得到救赎。
EOS and your mom and I are
无人
the
知晓坎瑞亚将会
same.
迎来怎
I
样
have the same
光明的
problem.
未来。
The worst is the tea gets completely oversteeped. You can't drink it anymore, and then you like wasted all those leaves. It feels really bad. Okay, she really was considered like a full-on
救世
savior.
主的名号便是那个时期
哦
相信这种论调的人对公主殿下的爱称。
Okay, like a
当然
cult.
结局你们也知道了。如今看来，他展现了黑王对力量的贪婪。
Kymria is Arabic, but
这
all
是
the
一个充
Kymrians
满
are named
讽
after
刺的
Norse
名号罢
mythos.
了。
Oh man, they really just fused it all together, huh?
那个时候的坎
Voice
瑞亚
not
人
want better.
真的那么寄希望于他呀？
Voice not want better is actually a very cool mantra. Is that why Lumina is so determined to revive the homeland? Because she thinks she's failed as Kynrian's savior? But that certainly doesn't explain everything. There must be other reasons.
对于那位少女的身份，我有个小的猜想，
Time warp.
或许是某个身中不死诅咒的纯血坎瑞亚人的后代，在偏远的村庄定居。
Oh my god, this is like the plot of Dr. Stone. Is that a spoiler? Go watch Dr. Stone. I'm not caught up yet. Don't spoiler me.
村庄内部还存在一些久远的论调，
Isn't
尚
this
未被
like the
人
final
们遗
season
忘，
is airing right now? I
所以
think?
依旧
I
认
really
为
should
旅
catch
行
up.
者
I'm
的
like
血
2
亲
seasons behind.
是救世主。
I know the Suika arc just happened, so everybody lost their shit over that. Okay.
哦，我懂了，就像凯亚那样，只不过他生活的地方要更加闭塞一些。不过好像还是没办法解释能不
Incoming
能
Kaya
看到魔
mentioned.
物的
That's
问题。
hilarious, Orly, the way you like called it incoming.
如果这位少女也提供不了什么有效情报的话，还是先把注意力放回深渊教团的身上吧。
Alright.
大英要不要也先留宿在耶米主呀？今天像那样大闹了一番，应该也累了吧？
He's so thin.
可以考虑，不过明早必
I
须要
don't know
商
why I
讨下一
can't
步
stop
行动
noticing that. Like he's
不
just.
能留给深渊教
I
团
think it's because he has
喘息之
that
间
voice and he looks like this, you know? There's a gap there. It's like Justin Bieber Mayer. My sister said she suddenly understood chemistry after watching Dark Stone, and I'm like, sure. Well, you don't believe her? Dr. Stone current season is insane. I know. Dr. Stone is just one of those really high emotional energy shows, and I don't got that in me right now. How far is that? Here we go. How much of your body is voice box?
不行，不能留给深渊教团那么多时间。
Is Notland the first region where we actually lived indoors? No, I feel like it's always implied that the traveler is provided with housing. Like, it's explicitly mentioned a few times in Sumeru and also in Fontaine. In my closest memory.
他们难道是在
The Yu and Mondstadt,
上
I'm not sure.
看上去已经很熟络了嘛。
Inazuma, I also have no idea.
早呀，
We
两
do
位
have that
你
teapot,
们在聊
that is
什么
true.
呢？
你们来了，我正想通知你们这个好消息。
Sumerians called Karnria Dari, if I remember correctly. Oh, so it's like an outsider's name for their land? That's interesting.
玄牧人的情报
Bloody
员
cute,
发来
Grim.
消
Thanks for
息
the，follow.
他们已
Welcome.
经探查到了深渊教团设在纳塔的总部在哪里了。
Okay.
他们的阵线崩溃以后，大部分兵力都退守在那边，位置就在近城。
确实像是深渊教团会选择的地方呢。这么说，这是把他们一锅端的好机会了。
Shout out to Inazuma, feels like we've been camping. Yeah, the earliest memory I can remember is in Sumeru, where they like had you wake up at a place a few times. It was like a house.
兵力快要集结完毕了，我们也派人到马维卡那里去打招呼了。这么大规模的行动，还是不能擅作主张。
太慢了，没必要这么做。既然情报已经到手，就应该立刻
Wow,
行动。
DAINSLEIF, look at this
耽误每
lens
分钟
flare.
都是在给深渊教团机会。
Why is he glowing like that? Why is the sun? Why? Okay, no need to be so friggin' rude, dude.
我的理由刚刚已经说过了，我理解你的想法，但纳塔确实没有条件立即出
Notland
击。
has its ways you have to respect
没关系
also, sir.
我去就好了。谢谢你们的情报。
Chat is the only
依然是
place that I can talk about Genshin without wanting to throw my phone out the window. I feel you so much, Severus. I strongly relate. I can't engage with the fandom like at large anymore.
你自己去，还是稍微等等更有把握吧。
好啊，我支持你，戴因斯莱布。
Huh. Okay, I didn't expect Yansan to be okay with that.
我还以为你会劝劝他呢。
That was a fucking Paimon moment, if there ever was one. We even said the same, huh? Oh my god. I'm not proud of it. I'm really not. I'm really not proud of it. His edginess is so bright. It's so true, bloody. Welcome to chat. Alright. Moonlit, I know, right? I feel like the fandom is...
同时也
Maybe
认为
it's just because the
戴因斯
fandom's
莱布
gotten,
先生
like,
的实力的确可以
larger
一试。
over the years? I don't know what it is. Okay, so in other words, Coach has evaluated him as being powerful enough to do it.
更何况，就算有意外，只要拖延时间，
You
我
are
们就会以
you
援
are
军的
Coach
身份
Eon
抵达战
son.
场。
If anyone would know, it's you.
那么，祝你旗开得胜，
It's
戴因斯莱布先
you
生。
know that isekai with the noble who's born with an appraisal skill? Like his super cheat OP isekai skill is appraisal. He just looks at people and he like knows what their special abilities are. That's Eon-san.
谢谢。
Gifted in appraisal. Why are you looking at me like that? What? Say it. Say it, bitch. No balls. Say it. Say it to my face.
旅行者，他看着你呢。
Alright, fine. I'm coming.
这个
Asshole.
戴因，装酷也没有装得很彻底。
What a tsundere. I will go alone. Good. Like that was literally it. Just full on. Like, what the fuck, dude? I depend on you, no homo. Oh, you motherfucker. No! Okay, fine. You guys ready to go on a little walk? We're off to see the DAINSLEIF. The what? Scorch Wind Conflux. I'm sorry, that's a lot of words. Surely. Oh! Oh, shit. Cool. Oh, shit. Didn't mean to do that. Oh, shit. Space to ascend. Cool. I'm going to die. Oh! Cool! Recharge! Woo! Okay. Wait, this is actually really fun. Wow. Is there a fall in it? This is the so-called Cinder City. A teleporter! Flying does eat through flawless really fast though, yeah. It's true. Let us evacuate. You guys have like... Whoa! What? Huh? Excuse me? What? Who? Oh, Paimon's talking. Oh my god. Would it really kill it just to let us through? I don't even know. That's not the Archon quest. It's like another part of the Notlan world quest. Oh, okay. Cool. That actually makes a lot more sense because that did feel very out of nowhere. Okay. My trash picker. I don't need any of those things. I don't know why I went around picking them up. Bro, you okay? No, bro's not okay. Bro is dead.
该出发了。
Dronely's legs are a little longer. This makes me feel like I'm back in Kanomiya. Like it's got that vibe. Probably stumble upon it doing the Saurian quest too. Ah, that makes sense. Grow with Nalani, welcome. I like these flowers, they're pretty. A withering purple bloom. Cute. Nope. Do I need it? I'll do it. Hey, DAINSLEIF. I look kind of different now. Higher. Is he up? Fuck. Fuck. Yes. Oh! Is that a statue with a 7? Wait, can I not? Oh, it's a force field. You know what I learned today? Let me find my note. You know the Japanese word, I think it's kekkai in Japanese? Ah, yes. 结界. In Japanese, the kanji, it's the same as in Chinese. But in Chinese, it's read 结界. In Japanese, it's kekkai. And in Chinese, when you use the phrase 结界, traditionally, it's like a Buddhist term for the boundaries of a sacred place. But in Japanese, when you say kekkai, it's like a fantasy world force field, like a magic force field. And so in Chinese light novels now, like in fantasy writing in Chinese, they have reloaned kekkai back into Chinese, and they read 结界 as to mean fantasy force field. Like it's a I don't even know the word. It said orthographic borrowing from Japanese is what the thing that I read said. But I don't know. I'm reading a light novel right now. And I'm trying to use it as an opportunity. Look at how beautiful the art is, by the way. But I've been using it as an excuse to practice my Chinese, because I was like, oh, pretty pictures will motivate me, surely. And then the rule is that I have to look up every word I don't know. And when I read Jie, I was like, that doesn't look like Chinese. Anyway, for magical anime. Yeah, exactly. Exactly. What the hell is up there? Anyway, I thought of it because of that, this force field situation blocking me from the statue. Huh? I don't understand. We summoned the dragon to bomb us? As an enormous explosion rings out, you all slide to the bottom of Miss how do you pronounce that? Sloughing? Sloughing?
Sloughing.
Sloughing? Sloughing rubble and sand. Is this line not voiced, Paimon? Why are you silent?
How did this happen? Are you okay?
That's because it's a world quest. Ow, ow, it hurts.
Oh no, where? Let Paimon take a look. Why'd you have to lie? Woo, rawr.
Oh, it's Gordo. Gordito! Oh, it's a world quest thing. Okay, okay. Fair enough.
So has that nasty dragon really flown away this time? Paimon doesn't understand why he keeps coming after us. So rude! I don't understand if it's protecting treasure like... No, stop making things up! Man. I want to pay attention to this world quest, but the fact that it's happening in the middle of an archon quest honestly makes it very difficult. I'm really struggling to lock in. I just want to know where DAINSLEIF is. Oh, would you look at that?
Okay. Oh no, reading when I can't lock in. But I don't want to skip this. I can't exactly come back to it. Fuck. Okay. Let me try to lock in. Let me try to switch lanes real quick into world quest lane. Okay. Cool. Month, unknown. Day, unknown. Weather, foggy. I can read it later. I'm gonna lose it, dude. Finally here. Okhanatlan. This ancient city now occupied by a violent and evil dragon in the final resting place of... If Aunt Liriwu knew, she'd be in quite the huff, that's for sure. But there's no other way. Even if they say I shouldn't take on the regrets of generations past, I still want to finish this. Though the abyss no longer poses as terrifying a threat as it did back when I was born, but whether for the sake of the Jade of Return, sought by countless adventurers, or to unravel the final riddle of, I must go there. It's fine, no need to be nervous. You've already had a lot of adventures, right? You're a seasoned adventurer, so it'll all be okay. Not to mention it's been so long, maybe that nasty dragon has long since vanished. Anyways, this is where it starts. My adventure! Notes left behind by an adventurer.
Could this be the city we're looking at?
City's called Okhanatlan. Must be an important location. There is Natlan in the name. We'll figure something. The Jade of Return is important, basically. Okay, cool. Anyways, let's... Something. There's ruins and a dragon. Got it. I got it, guys. I got it. Okay, I got it. Guys, I got it. Please. Please, Genshin Impact. Oh, cool. Now it can be tracked. That's good. I do appreciate that. Okay, nice. Now let me shift gears back into Archon quest mode. Oh, this is really... Should I turn on focus mode? Will that prevent this? Is it possible? Does focus mode even do anything for world quests? Is that a thing? You have to turn on focus mode. Oh, okay. So it does work. Cool. Let me see. Something ruin, something dragon, something gordito. Yeah, Moonlit, you got me. It should? Okay, let's try it. It's like, it's just hard. Like, I want to pay attention to this quest, which is why it feels bad that I, can't. Like this?
Yeah. Okay, I think that's the right quest. Act 6. Okay. Cool. Cool. Oh, I did see somebody in chat asking if I had turned on focus mode. I see now why you were asking. Oh, yeah. 不好意思。回去。Moving along. Okay. We are so back, as the kids would say. Oh, yes. Thank you for hydrating and stretching me.
你了吗？深渊教团的大长老。
Good stretch. Okay. And then a little sippy tea. Thank you, Sleepy Troll. All right, let's lock in. Oh my god, 3, you have 1,000,000 birdseed? What are you gonna spend it on? I don't have anything for you to spend it on. That's crazy. For YouTube chat's sake, in Twitch we have a little like a points accumulator in Twitch chat, where you can like redeem it for things. I guess YouTube never added a function like that, but yeah. Oh yes, Moonlit. I'm glad you remembered to take your meds. Cool. The Abyss Order's hideout in
教
Outline.
团一向擅长躲躲藏藏和阵地战，这也是这么多年我没办法大幅削弱他们战力的原因。对了，战斗中我不一定能时刻顾及到你那边。
So he's saying it's his first chance in a long time because they don't usually like get concentrated like this. Like this is a full mobilization of forces, which means he can hit them all in one place as opposed to like all over the place. That kind of makes sense. Okay.
如果遇到什么深渊力量驱使的机关一类，可以寻求我的帮助，留给我来解决。
Okay, hacker.
好久都没有跟大营并肩作战了呢，我感觉伊安上来之前，我们一定就能攻下这里。
Okay.
要是还能有机会见到你的妹妹就更好了。走吧。
31K, and my one goal in Twitch life is to make sure Ying just gets water and stretch. Sleepy Troll's here like, that's my Tamagotchi streamer. No, I do appreciate it though. I keep saying I need to set more timers so that like I go take a piss break, and then you know the ADHD thing where you need to pee for hours and hours, but you just like don't. That's why I almost never go take a pee break on stream, because I'm just like, I don't have to, so I won't. I'm gonna set a 30-minute timer, and then we'll you know. Actually, I might go take one right now, because I've been having so much tea. Okay. The people are never wrong. Our people are waiting for 3 to become a streamer, take over the stream for his 1,000,000 birdseed. I can't even like make him give me the birdseed though. Like, it's fun watching streamers catch up on Genshin. Also watching Sayu catch up on Genshin when he streams or posts his streams. Yeah. I think a catch up binge is it's like a good way to get it all really condensed. You know what I mean? Welcome, Snow Angel. Okay. DAINSLEIF is playable! It happened, Hoko! DAINSLEIF playable, not fake, real! The swordsman DAINSLEIF has mastered the Kyrian court card, captain allows him to easily expend the weaknesses in opposing elemental wards. His long war with the Abyss has made him highly cognizant of the weaknesses, allowing him to also destroy the void wards. Wow, the opera lines in the back are really cool. Is anyone gonna attack me while I'm standing here? If not, you guys can stand here and enjoy playable DAINSLEIF. Oh. Just kidding. Not actually. I for real thought we were gonna switch to him. That didn't do what I thought it was gonna. Okay, well in that case, give me a minute and I will be right back. I need to go piss, girl. Let's see. What's going on here? Why is my stream manager dashboard all fucked up? I will trade 1,000,000 birdseed for letting me dictate a week's worth of Ying streams. You want me to die, 3? Okay, anyway. Be right back.
玉麦桂花同载酒，只可惜故人何日再见？
I'm glad I left you guys with some good ass music. Damn. I also realized I usually wear my succulent earrings with this sweater, so I'm gonna put them on. Ugh. You got Nagazora Raven. What? What? Those are my only flying, hovering, jumping characters in this account. Wait, what? For... Oh, you can't get to a nod cry
为
access
流通
point?
而造的船，
Wait, like stamina isn't enough? You need like a special jump ability or something?
璃月是一切
The music
财富
do be
沉淀
yeah. Hoyo Mix never misses. I feel like the long running joke that Hoyo is actually a music company making a game to market their music is like so accurate.
同载酒，
Ugh.
只可惜故人何日
All
再
right.
见？
Here we go. Party setup. Are there like suggested? Okay, well, if there are no suggested, then I'm gonna bring my little not CL Phantom Hive back. Cool. Hi guys.
这种小小伎俩，
Haha. I keep hitting the wrong key. Cool. Not sure what that does. I always forget. It recharges your fools. Probably.
不会再给你们机会。
Wow, he has lines? That's exciting. No, get back here! How could you dodge my ult like that? That was so rude.
天
That
动
was so
万象，
Man, you can't disrespect Bennett like that. We don't allow that in this house. Submit to your punishment. Fuck you, bro. Is there like a thing I need DAINSLEIF for here? Do I need DAINSLEIF for this? Aha! Nice. Oh, I guess I just auto it. Okay, cool.
这种小小伎俩，鱼形，
收起来吧！
Will he fight for me if I pull him out? Man.
固化生命，
天理长驱，拒收并蓄。
我来保护大家。
Just stand next to him and trigger vaporize. Wait, can DAINSLEIF actually do anything? Let's see. Oh, he can! That's
进
amazing!
攻据点的感觉确实不一样哎，对方完全没有撤退的意思，都在全力抵抗呢。
从深渊教团的战术和总部的构造上看，他们可能从一开
Wait,
始
so it's like some kind of suicide mission?
来误会。这种小小伎俩，
Huh. I feel like maybe I should call him in right now. I should be able to deal with the mechanism. Okay, okay, cool.
雨线难化，
Shield up, please.
安如磐石，
My nails have gotten a little long. I keep hitting the wrong keys. It feels really bad on my nails.
有大家在身边，伤口就不会痛。收起来吧。
DAINSLEIF not ready yet? Oh, he did. He showed up. Okay, cool.
好，出发。
Wow, he's actually useful for once? That's amazing. That's great. I'm happy for you, bro. He's an elf.
这种小小伎俩，
Okay, let's do this first. Is he here? Yes. Good, 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 good.
该总攻击了。
Good, good, good.
踏风，
What I meant to do.
收起来吧。
此乃天道。
We good? We good. We are. A blonde-haired, blue-eyed man being useful for once? Crazy! That's insane!
绝不放过。
支持成景，
云野，夜来斯雷布，你这阴魂不散的家伙！
Oh, 2 lectors.
无处不在，逃避是徒劳，反抗更是徒劳。
Here, DAINSLEIF, kick their ass. Aha! Asshole. Damn, killed him so fast he couldn't even do the thing
天理长驱，
with the shield. Do I have pyro? I do. Okay, just give me more pyro particles. Okay, can you do something about this, DAINSLEIF?
前面就是界，
Thanks!
但好像一直没感受到你妹妹的气息。坐镇这里的究竟是谁？
Yeah, also like the fact that our sister dropped her key thing, it just doesn't bode well in general. I love it when Kazuha go up, Kazuha go down, everything die. It really is the only way to play Genshin Impact. Huh. Is this guy gonna be like our friend in... Was it in Kanomia? I always forget his name.
末光之剑，戴因斯雷布，这就是你想要的吗？
Kinda like his voice too.
没错，我从没打算放弃任何一个可以将你们猎杀的机会。
Yesent. Enjou, yeah, I'm thinking of Enjou. I always
行
forget
者
Enjou's
的妹妹
name.
不在这里吗？
I loved him.
这个
He was so
人
sassy.
难道就是总部的领头人？
Our buddy Enjou was fire. Yeah. But do you think he's gonna be as sassy as Enjou? I'm just like I miss Enjou and I want more of that energy, right? Like every time I see an Abyss Lector, I'm like, is it It's not Enjou. And there's like, is it like Enjou? It's not like Enjou.
猎杀我
I
们，
miss him all the time, every day.
我不由得有些同情你了，戴因斯雷布。对你来说，被杀都是一种奢求吧？
Arthur Fist?
而且你追逐我们那么多年，如今
Modern
终于
Enjou
做到了的
content.
事，在此时此刻却已经变得毫无意义了。你知道吗？
What does that mean?
你这种故弄玄虚的语气令人厌烦。至少此刻将军的是我们。无论是你们究竟有什么后招，还是说有什么其他左右胜利的要素，
那我就直说了吧。从教团的视角，公主殿下已经用其他的方式取得了胜利。而且绝不仅仅只是这场争斗的胜利，殿下他已经完成了我们深渊教团一直以来的夙愿。殿下悄无声息地侵入了夜神之国，利用纳塔夜神之国曾经重建地脉的经验，使用命运的织机重新编织了坎瑞亚的地脉。
什么？他使用了命运的织机？难道深渊教团选择主攻耶米楚，也是为了扰乱视听，掩护你的妹妹进入夜神之国吗？糟了，这么一看，他说的可能是真的。
That's why everything was so fishy. It really was just like a distraction. That makes sense. Surely someone has done a t-shirt with an I love my girlfriend and a picture of Enjou. I would wear that t-shirt. Put on a bro tank and I'll wear it to work out. I pinky promise.
没错，也就是说，坎瑞亚已经完成了复国，而戴因斯雷布被你消灭的那些我的同僚们，都会忘却这500年间的挣扎，
But what does
在
that
已经
mean
复活的
exactly?
坎瑞亚重获新生。
How does that actually
一派
manifest?
胡言。无聊的家伙，你的谎话漏洞百出。
Yeah, it's like it's not just the ley lines. Like you need so much more. You need a functioning government. You need an active populace. You need faith in the social contract. You need natural resources. You need probably some kind of an economy, even if not necessarily a market economy. And durable leadership. Some kind of succession process. Like you need governance and people.
对啊，中间好像缺了一些步骤。
Like I feel like you're missing a lot of that infrastructure. Also, like, where? Yeah,
我
like,
这件事能够这么简单的完成，马维卡和队长
Ninja, 5
在深渊灾难来临的
streams!
时候就不会
Yeah,
有
you
那
need
么
a
多难
physical
题了。
space? Isn't, like, their land destroyed also?
最简单的问题，你口中那个已经复活的坎瑞亚，现在
Yeah,
在
like,
哪里？
exactly, where? Literally where?
没想到你们竟如此愚妄，事到如今还不愿相信。
Like, it seems more like you've maybe done the first step, right? Like, you got a lot of steps ahead of you, buddy.
仔细想想吧，从战争的开始到现在，你们真的没察觉到过什么端倪？
No?
刚刚的梦中确实有些异样，尽管只是模糊不
Noise
清
in
的
the
感
ley
觉。
lines.
纳塔的地脉，此时此刻杂音。虽说这种杂音似乎对地脉和就好像互不干扰的两个维度的东西，也感觉不到任何威胁，但总觉得有些事情正在发生。
Noise. Framing it as noise is interesting. There were other signs. Oh. Oh man, the first time they did this to me, I still remember being so excited. I was like, oh, we get to play. Like, as a Tears of Themis, no, the way they do in Tears of Themis is bad too. But I was like, oh, maybe we'll finally get like actually good, like logical deduction gameplay. And then I just remember it was horrible. So horrible. None of it ever made sense. Like, the right option was always just fucking whack ass, like came out of nowhere. Yeah, just press them all, whatever. The Abyss Order chose to retreat from
与
Stronghold.
和希特拉利进攻深渊教团据点的时候，对方一反常
The
态，
one
选择了
boon
撤
we
退
get out of this is you get to hear Ether talk. Interpret.
听烟迷主附近的哨兵说，休战阶段有许多深渊教团的教众在附近游荡，
Yeah.
并进行类似冥想的行为。
They were meditating, they retreated. Direidyth and I see
猎
different
人而所见的
monsters.
魔物，我
And they're asking us for proof that Kainria has been revived. Sure. Wait, that was the right answer? Really? How? How? I was like, the other two feel stupid, so I'm gonna choose the least stupid feeling one. And then there was no logical continue. Genshin Impact, the game that you are. I'm at peace with the world. I am at peace with myself. And I am at peace with game developers who are too busy chasing KPIs to pay attention to whether their game makes any fucking logical sense. Okay. We're zened out, guys. I'm so zen. I'm so at peace 3. I don't know what you're talking. You're not at peace. You should stab them a lot. I am one with Genshin and Genshin is with me. Okay, anyway, we're in a different time and space. Obviously, if she's Kanria and like Dane suspects, then that means this revived Kanria that he speaks of might actually exist. Okay, so the reason it's logically connected is because there's an implication that there's like a parallel time and space situation happening, and that a revived Kanria may exist in like a different realm than the reality we experience. Okay, I can buy that. I can buy that. I am one with the Genshin, and the Genshin is with me.
不管你此刻在想什么，我劝你不要相信
I don't know, it seems pretty believable to me.
这种荒谬的事，除非我亲眼确认
Treat this
过。
mechanic as ether
否则我
reviewing
绝
what
不
he
承
already
认
knows. Yeah, but it's just like the way they... maybe it's a translation issue? I don't know. It like never logically connects. Well, never is a strong word. It rarely logically connects.
现在最应
There
该
have been a
做
few times where I was able
是
to
让
do
面前
actual
的家伙
deduction.
永远闭嘴
Okay. Let's kick his ass. You're no enjou. I don't have time for you.
拒收不去。
Oh, I see what you guys mean by yesin. Oh, it's like a fire shield, but he's like not fire. What's going on here? How's that happening? How you doing that? Oh, fuck you, bro. How you doing that? Care to explain?
还不明白吗？
Alright, DAINSLEIF, do your thing.
该走攻击了。
此乃天道。
You could never be Enjou. Enjou slays so much more than you. So true, so true. So true. No, 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 no. Damn it. I got DPS checked. Come on, come on, come on, come on, come on, come on.
还不明白吗？什么都毫无。
Have you seen Enjou lately in a certain world quest? No? I don't play this game off stream, Quantico.
塔的总部了吧？
What world quest?
但怎么感觉好像没有很开心呢？
Christmas ornaments, Vertigrade? Anyway.
你还在想刚才那件事吗？
Probably gonna be lurking mostly. I need to do 2 projects due tomorrow. Oh god, good luck, Augurnite. You got this. Lock in, Augurnite. Alright. Direidyth is the only potential lead. I do think we should talk to her. There's so many questions we really should have asked her by now. I can't believe we haven't. Ether may be stupid.
我依旧不认为坎瑞亚的复国是如此容易达成的事。不过，如果这样能够消除你的疑虑，
We should have done that a long time ago.
我就留在这里打扫战场。
Okay. Thanks, DAINSLEIF. For once, you're actually very useful. I keep reading Bow Keeper as Doe Keeper, and it's just cracking me up. Oh no! That's ominous.
早就觉得你的声音和态度都有些熟悉，没好好确认你的死亡，是我的疏忽。
Yesn't?
你也受到了不死诅咒吧，哈登。
Maybe we finally have another Abyss Lector I can get attached to? He's in Nodland somewhere? What the fuck? Oh, good night, Karma. Have a good one. Sleep well. Good luck waking up at 2 a.m. Jesus. Master!
即便你成为了高贵的末光之剑，即便以我如今的这副身体再也无法挥剑，我也还是你曾经的剑术老师啊！
你当年的傲慢与恶毒，早就让我失去了对你的一切尊敬。
好吧，事已至此，我们也没必要继续争斗了。反正你我都是身负不死诅咒之人。
话虽这么说，但我准备先杀你100遍。
Give me this screenshot. Give it to me now. Give it to me now. I want it. I want it. I want it. Whoa! Very good. Very good. Okay. So, like, they're just gonna keep doing that?
终于停手了吗？啊，你这家伙，来真的！
Yeah, they're truly just duking it out like 2 bros. Yeah, nothing homoerotic about it. Completely not no homo at all.
100次的濒死体验，我连噩梦都不敢这么做。
Yeah, just a totally normal sword fight between 2 immortal men. Yeah, Yosen, you're so right. These "we're immortal, you can't kill me, good, I don't need to" moments are kind of corny, but so good. I feel like corny is fun when you like really lean into it. You know, you really gotta commit to the corny bit, and then it's very, very fun. All right, 100 deaths, cool.
这只是深渊教团的份儿。如果算上当年在坎瑞亚的那些，你绝对想象不到你的噩梦
These guys are such edgelords. Never change.
多么黑暗！
Sorry, I'm craving sweet potato.
好吧，我相信你应该累了吧。坐下来，我们聊聊天吧。
Just two bros having a chat after duking it out and killing each other 100 times.
怎么了？不喜欢叙旧？也是，过去对于你来说，
I do wonder,
其实是
Moonlit.
不好的回忆。
Moonlit Reload in YouTube chat said, I wonder if they feel pain the same as a normal human. And like, I feel like a lot of the narratives about immortality raise a lot of interesting questions, like how memory and identity might work if you live for like 100 billion years. But the pain question, I feel like, is another interesting one, because do we not all get like desensitized to pain? You know what I mean? Sorry, my timer's going off. Like, you develop your pain tolerance through essentially what's exposure therapy. So, do you think after they kill each other 100 times and can't die, that eventually you kind of get desensitized to like extreme pain? Like, is it possible? Probably. Oh, thank you, Ty. Cheers.
真没想到，你会站在深渊教团的那一边，哈登。明明可以说，你
Nier
们
Automata.
的公主殿下曾经背叛过你们。
I'm still only like a quarter through Nier Automata. Careful. Be very careful.
是啊，当初凯瑞亚灾变的时候，所有人都在祈求救世主的拯救，可到处都找不到他的身影。
Okay.
即便我们知道，在那个时候，他身上无比强大的深渊力量已经遭到了瓜分。
What?
但我们还是会因为他独自离开的选择而感到失望。
What?
可是，我相信他现在所做的一切，包括他的悔恨，都是发自真心的。倒不如说，事到如今，我们还能相信谁呢？身为凯瑞亚人，总不能开始去依靠神明了吧？
I feel like we can hardly turn to the gods is like such a metal sentiment.
这500年，你的性格倒是变了很多。我没想到你会选择原谅的。如果当初我在骑士学院跟你学习黑蛇剑术的时候，你能有这样的心胸，我也不至于
Raises
会一
questions
直
on how
恨你。
indestructible you get, or if you even are. Like, what if you're cursed with immortality but get sliced in half and somehow survive? Yeah, like getting drawn and quartered is a method of torture as somebody who's immortal. Like, reconstitution is not a given for immortality. Like, the terms and conditions and the technicalities matter.
我所行的那些善举，分明是顺应学院所宣扬的骑士精神的，却会因心浮气躁的理由而受到体罚。
Corporal punishment? What did they do to you?
还有，虽然我不想提及这个名字，但当时同级的索尔特洛奇也曾因为对骑士精神的践行而遭受迫害，肢体变得残缺。
Lost limbs?
尽管现在谈这些已经没什么意义了，可是，这一切都与你有关吧，哈登。为了维护自己的地位，维护自己虚伪的颜面，恶毒地打压新一代的
We
骑
can hardly
士。
turn to gods, but treating an immortal alien as something akin to a god is fine. Yeah, as long as they're not actually gods, you know? But what is a god, really? Let's discuss, class. Maybe the twins can indeed die. Yeah, I feel like the question of immortality, again, it hinges on the technicalities, right? Because you know how a lot of like so-called immortals can be stabbed to death? They just can't die of like natural causes. Like they don't age is one interpretation of it.
怎么？不打
What
算
is a
承认
god but
吗
a miserable pile of secrets?
对不起啊，戴因斯雷普。虽然想就这些事情认真和你道歉，但我
Why are you giving me the aura of like a narcissistic manipulator?
真的想不起来了。
Yeah, it's giving narcissistic manipulator. I would apologize, but I can't remember doing those things. No, but in this case, it like actually checks out. It's actually kind of tragic in this context.
我才能维持住这样的身体。
Huh. Okay.
而记忆、内心、精神、情感，早就已经磨损的残破不堪了。
But despite that, you still clearly have some kind of cohesive identity that's
即便那
persistent
些是我
through it
不堪
somehow.
回首的过去，我曾经不想面对的过去，但我也从心底里想要将它们想起来。我非常害怕，我会完全变成另一个人。所以，只要是我做的，我都愿意好好道歉。只要你再多说一点关于那个时代的坎瑞亚的回忆。
Like For Good starts playing in this. So just to clear the air, I ask forgiveness for the things I've done you blame me for. That's like literally what this scene is right now. I'm sorry, it actually is quite tragic. I should stop making stupid jokes. Okay.
怪不得，连我都察觉到了你性格上的变化。
Yeah. If the memories
回忆的确
fragment,
是
so
构
does
成
the
人格的
identity.
重要
Which is why I'm like, how does he still... Why is he
那个
still
时
so,
代
like, cohesive?
坎瑞亚的回忆，
Surtology is Skirk's master. Oh. Okay. How do we know that? Is that another like buried deep in the world lore flavor text kind of? Oh god, I cannot. I am mom.
你好像回想起
Oh my
很多
god, they're actually
能
reminiscing.
跟我讲讲吗？坎瑞亚那个黄金的时代。
算了，我没那么多时间，也没那么好心。
是吗？
Skirk told you at the end of Fontaine. She mentioned Surtology.
那些我听不到的故事，
Don't
命运的
remember.
指示我听到就
All I remember is Big Whale. All I remember is Skirk showed up and I was like, she looks like she walked out of Honkai Impact 3rd. And then a big whale showed up. And then I was like, we've seen that whale before. It was very like, whale, whale, whale. What do we have here? And then the scene was over. That's all I remember from it. Okay.
命运的织机，说吧，你们到底做了些什么？
Narwhal, technically.
再次向你道歉，戴因斯雷伯。之前我确实撒谎了，你的判断和认识都非常准确，我骗不倒你。
Why is your entire personality like different now?
坎瑞亚还没有完成复国，甚至地脉的编织也没有完成。
Then why did you lie? Like just for funsies?
地脉可以视
I
为
guess I do that a lot in
一切记忆
Dungeons
的
and
集合体
Dragons. I can't
想要编
criticize.
织出曾经坎瑞亚的地脉，就需要关于那个时代坎瑞亚的几乎全部记忆。
I guess that would be impossible because Kai and Ria's curse includes the complete like fragmentation of memory, doesn't it?
命运的织
Like
机
the corruption
无法
of
在没有
memory
任何记忆作为
and
原料的
identity
情况下进
and
行
history.
编织，所以只能靠整个深渊
Hey,
教
the
团的
homeland
大
has been
家
revived. Dang,
将
source?
脑海
Trust
中的
me,
记忆
bro.
东拼西凑
Exactly.
尽量还原出当时坎瑞亚的模样。
Okay, so people like contributed the fragments they
直到此刻，
had.
命运的织机还在运
So
转。
that's what the meditation
之前那
is.
没错，500年后，身为移民的我们共同编织那个梦中的国度，将它带回现实。多么伟大而浪漫的工程！
The glorious revolution.
只可惜，500年实在太久了，我们脑海中的记忆都磨损得所剩无几，仅靠这些原料，只会得到一个残缺的世界。
You are what you eat.
于是你们想到了我，想到了一直在追猎你们的敌人。
正确，你拥有你哥哥留给你的那枚戒指， 会帮你不断重置身体的状态。
That's why he's the only one who hasn't been subject to the same degree of corruption.
尽管你也会有记忆的磨
Forgot
损，
about that.
但在坎瑞亚的移民中，一定会是磨损最少的那个人。
Okay.
不惜
Reasonable.
一切代价，就算拿教团的全部兵力作为诱饵，
Wow.
也要得到你脑海中的记忆。
I mean, that makes sense.
骗我到这里，引导我进入冥想的状态，才是你们真正的目的。哼，也罢，你们全部的兵力换我脑海中的一点回忆，我认可这笔交易，谢谢你们的款待。
Deal.
如此依赖命运的知机，孤注一掷地牺牲掉手中这么多棋子，
Forbids
我
them
看未
from
必
death.
是一步好
Everything
棋。
else is indirect consequence. The terms and conditions are not very clearly written, it sounds like.
而且刚刚在你的帮助之下，已经依靠命运的知机，完成了新凯瑞亚的地脉。
So, like, are you lying again?
先别管你们仰慕的那位殿下的事了。你刚刚曾说不惜一切代价，对吧？那么，你做好准备要为你欺骗我这件事，再死100
What a
次。
waste of energy, DAINSLEIF. Like, leave, bro. Why? Okay, whatever. That's fine. He's just mad. Yeah, he's just taking it out. He doesn't care if it's inefficient. Ring of Speed. When passing through the Tatanka Saurus and the tribespeople of the collective plenty who simulate with energy with the concept of energy, second sprint. So, like, I need to be a Tatanka Tink Tonk. Wow, big corn. How can I become a chunk source? I just realized this, but if they're trying to recreate Kanria from memories alone, wouldn't it create a similar situation with the captain's doomed Yavigao now actually existing in the Night Kingdom? Just because they're fragmented, you mean? And it's like a...
是蒂莱尔，太好了，蒂莱尔还在
Well,
那
I
边。
guess the question, the philosophical question to be asking here is more so like, what is the difference between memory and truth, or memory and history? Like, is there a difference between, for example, ley lines that were always intact? And Natlan raises this question really well, even without Kainria. Of the difference between memory and history. Oh.
蒂莱尔，蒂莱尔，你还好吗？发生了什么事吗？
You harlot. Oh my god. HOV's here? Could this be the cataclysm? Is this where Direidyth is right now? So she really is.
我们不是一个世界的人吧？
You know, potentially the same world, probably not the same times. Yeah.
我生活在你的未来。
太好了，看来这并不是世界的末日。
Very optimistic take.
那坎瑞亚，我的国家后来怎么样了？
Well, you sure you want to know? It's quite dark.
等等，
Yeah. I didn't want to answer that.
预知的结果才会
I'm
产
like, you know what a
生
hilly troll is? Like, I don't know.
我相信，如果是救世主的话，还有扭转这一切的机会。
Okay. Yeah. Trust in your faith.
就算没有了你的保护，我也还是会去找他的。但是， 但是，其实，在我的眼里，你已经是救世主了。
Step away.
是能保护一切、改变一切的那个人。只可惜，你不在我的时空里。
Sleepy troll. Hilla troll is probably Mrs. Matthews from next door. That's horrible. That's so bad. That's so bad. Okay.
对了，我其实之前想过，如果你那么想要找到自己的妹妹，那对方会不会也很想要找到你呢？
You know, I actually, kind of question that.
就是说，你身上有没有什么东西，可以作为我见过你的证据？等我找到他的时候，就能证明你也在找他了。
Ooh, a little time paradox. Come find me in the future.
怎么了？
Is that his own fucking... Hold on. No way this is... They wouldn't let us make such a momentous decision. This has to be an illusion of choice situation, right? There's no fucking way. Really? Don't answer that. I'm not reading chat. But it's her own fucking key, allegedly. Unless it's not. But he said he had his. So, give it to her.
"原来是这么回事，这其中一定有时之执政伊斯塔洛的影响吧。
You know, in Chinese, Lumian has the same voice actor as Chi-Chi. Just wanted to point that out.
不然这场相遇，应该是绝对不会成立的。
I guess my question now is if I hadn't chosen that, would Lumian not have appeared? I find that really hard to believe. Oh, and Noelle, yes.
并且也一直很想知道过程。
Okay.
500年前坎瑞亚灾变刚开始的时候，我作为当时的坎瑞亚公主，正准备竭尽全力抵抗。可这位少女，蒂莱尔，找到了我。讽刺的是，她迫切地请求我拯救世界，但同时也带来了关于你的消息。她说你正在找我，我惊讶又怀疑。 直到他拿出了属于你的那把休眠舱的钥
So
匙。
it really is Ether's key.
明明我在提瓦特苏醒后就与你失散，后来在整个星球上都找不到你，可偏偏是在这种时候，对于当时的我，这是个艰难的选择。我是如此迫不及待想要见到你。 而整个坎瑞亚又更加迫切地想要我的拯救。我知道，不论如何选择，在此后的时光里，我都会后悔。尽管心怀愧疚，但最终我还是坚定了自己的选择。我想要第一时间去见你。
That's why you betrayed Kai and Rhea. That's what they were talking about. I was like, what does that mean? She just walked away. I see. Wait, but then... If I hadn't given you the key, what the fuck would the dialogue have been?
I'll find
当我
out.
找到你的时候，你却甚至尚未苏醒。休眠舱的钥匙也好好的放在你的身上。
3 keys.
尽管我当时一头雾水，但我没有时间思考，立刻带着你逃离。我们的回忆就在此处交汇。
So she did find him. He wasn't just trapped in a cube for 500 years like we thought. He was in the hibernation chamber? Hmm? 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 Okay. Sure.
500年来，这个疑问都一直萦绕在我的脑海。没想到在这种机缘巧合之下，能够得到解答。
So it's after you woke me up then? That the HOV cutscene happens? That scene doesn't happen upon arrival, it happens upon... I'm like trying to replay the very first cutscene we ever saw in this game in my head, and it's like a little spotty. Kind of like the distorted memories of Kai and Ria's fallen people. Okay. Grabbed you and ran. But like unclear if we were tried to leave and got. Yeah, it was like upon attempted departure. HOV looking ass person. Okay. I think that tracks. I think that all tracks. Okay, cool.
居然会是500年后
And
的
then
我所做的
500
事
years.
促成了这一
So
切。
then the next question is how'd they get separated? Why was Ether still in his hibernation chamber? We're like missing an arrival story. Okay, cool. Kiana, come back! Befall starts playing. Direidyth succeeded in bringing us together. I am becoming... I've been a Hilitrill this whole time. You didn't know, Satu? She hoped that the savior would rescue Kainria, save the entire world, but instead the news she brought led the savior to make the complete opposite decision. I want to know how they explain this if I don't give the key. Can I reason it out? If you don't give Direidyth the key... What, Lumine goes to look for us anyway? I mean, I guess that would work. Okay, she hoped that the savior would rescue Kainria, save the entire world, but instead the news she brought led the savior to make the complete opposite decision. Yeah, instead of saving the world, she went to find her brother. She was like, this isn't our world anyway, I'm leaving. Not my circus, not my monkeys. Find it on YouTube. Yeah, makes sense. That's what I figured. How awful. Is that her fate? Is that how her story must end? Have you done what you set out to do?
还没，但已经完成了重要的一步。到此刻为止，
Have you ever read A Wrinkle in
坎
Time?
瑞
I
亚的地
have.
脉
Twice.
已经编
3
织完
times?
成了。起初，我知道提瓦特的地脉是被天理所固定的，它无法增加，也无法替换。
Okay.
可纳塔的夜神之国似乎是个例外，我一直很感兴趣。于是我带领深渊教团佯攻纳塔，借机进入了夜神之国，与夜神进行沟通和谈判。
Shibalanke actually gave you the time of day? Really?
可惜的是，夜神之国也有着其特殊的渊源，依旧无法承载新的地脉。
The Lord of the Night did say before that even she can only reconstruct Notland's ley lines. It's probably for the same reason.
于是，我得到了夜神的准许。
Have we seen the man? We have. We have. I do not need to burn down Hoyoverse HQ. Still, I received the Lord of the Night's permission and activated the Loom of Fate. Oh, okay. Okay. Oh, she actually gave you permission. That's cool. That's cool.
以一朵因提瓦特花为基底，创造并展开了一个关于500年前的坎瑞亚的空间，叠加于现在纳塔的时空之上。
Oh, it's a superimposition. Okay.
This is a very very Hoyoverse moment. They're like using this flower as the base. Okay, great. Whatever the fuck that's supposed to mean. Okay, sure, great, cool. That's what I saw in my dream. She's not lying about that, at least. But what I don't understand is why did the Lord of the Night agree to this? I kind of, yeah, for funsies.
在所有教众的冥想与回忆下，那个叠加于当前时空之上的坎瑞亚
Okay, so it's everything we've inferred up to this point is correct.
和
Cool.
真实。
And then what? Why, like, you're gonna superimpose like a, almost like a mirage of a Kainria over modern Tevat, or modern Natlan. To what end? Like, what does that, is that actually, I don't think that achieves your goals, like, actually. And then what, you move it?
以叠加态空间为模板
Because you use the flower as a base, you can just move the whole flower? Is that how that
完
is?
成了他的工作。
Okay.
现在我手中的正是新世界的经纬图，
Okay, drama queen.
由命运的织机所编织，其中交错盘结的正是新坎瑞亚的地脉。曾经名
But
为
like
坎瑞亚的古族
illusory.
将会借由它而重生。
Completely like a mirage of a name. What?
总有一天，我会找到能
I
够
was
承载
right.
它的空
It's
间。
just like a portable mirage of a Kainria that she's gonna plant like a seed somewhere once an appropriate space has been found. It's kind of giving colonizer. No, it's okay. Why is reviving Kainria so important to you? Is it really just the guild?
500年前，刚刚来到坎瑞亚的时候，我的记忆一片空白。我作为坎瑞亚的公主，在王庭生活了很久，才逐渐开始想起一切。
Okay, so then in that case, the order of operations is the twins arrive in their spaceship. For some reason, they get separated. Lumine doesn't remember Ether until quite a few years go by, having already become entrenched as like an important figure in Kainrian history at this point. And in their moment of greatest need, she abandons them to go find her brother she suddenly remembers. Actually manages to find him, grabs him and tries to leave, gets stopped by a character that looks extremely identical to the Hersher of the Void. And then our understanding is that Ether gets iced into a box for what we thought was 500 years, but is probably shorter than that because some time must have elapsed between Lumine waking up and finding him and trying to leave, etc. And then she crashes out. I guess that's where the gaps begin now. That's as far as we've rewoven it. Just like the loom of fate. Okay, anyway. Yeah, your memories were
但
erased
我
too.
依旧不会否定在坎瑞亚最初的时光。我会将坎瑞亚作为
There's like
我
a
的第二
version
故
of
乡。
Lumine that considers Kainria home because she awoke there once with no memories.
这便是
Even
我
as
愧
those
疚
other
如此
memories of a
沉重的
different
原
life
因。
came back to her.
然而，这份愧疚
Okay,
也只是我理由的一部
I
分
guess
而
that
已。
does make sense.
更重要的是，
Carrying a whole city in a flower like the teapot. You know, when you put it that way, EOSN, it does feel less ridiculous.
为了得到与天理对
It's
等
not
进
just a
行
city,
对
it's a
话
whole
的资
nation,
格，
though.
我需要一整个世界与之对抗。
Oh my god, she said, I'm gonna become a celestial dragon. I'm gonna be king of the pirates. Okay. So, when you say the entire world, you mean all of Tevat? Familiar shape there.
不知道为什么，你说的这些，总给我一种很陌生的感觉。鹰，你所说的这一切，你的计划，对我们而言真的有意义吗？
从一开始， 一切就只关乎于你我。再见，哥哥。在你这段旅途的终点，会有我们新的开始。
Sapporo, you're meowing during a very important moment. Sapporo's meowing for Lumine and wants her to stay. Why is our sister so cryptic? What's she up to?
我们的英雄回来了，我们都在等你呢。
Sapporo, you wanna come here? Oh, up she comes! She's here! You guys probably can't see her. She's like sitting on the chair with me. Hi! Hi, baby! Hi! You wanna take a nap? I'll try not to yell. I thought you didn't like it when I streamed. Why are you here? Why are you here, Sapporo? Where's your collar, Sapporo? I think she's recently figured out how to take her collar off. Okay, let me see if I can get a photo of her to show you guys. Oof. Here, let's get a POV. Hey, Sapporo. Alright. This is Sapporo sitting next to me currently. I don't know if that's legible at all. Alright, it just feels so cryptic for no reason, but okay. I'll just have to trust that the devs are going somewhere with this, because right now, the twin story has no substance. And I guess that's just gonna have to be okay. At the very least, we like patched a few holes in the chronology. I'll just wait for more pieces to fall into place. Yeah. Okay. A lot of stories with no substance. Yeah, but you would expect the like sort of central story. Like arguably the central story from the perspective of the traveler is that he came here with his sister and then they got separated and he just wants to be reunited with her so they can continue traveling the universe together. Like that's Aether's, that's the traveler's main plot. I would expect the main plot to have some substance to it. So I'm just gonna hope and pray and trust, maybe not trust, but I'll hope and pray that they're going somewhere with it. All along, it's only ever been about us. With future context is crazy. Trust, not lying. Yeah. It's like it's the way those lines are, like they sound really cryptic and actually really poetic. It's just that when you think about them, like what was it? At the end of this journey, ours continues. Like I forget how that was phrased, but what's the cryptic part? The whole thing. Yeah, it's like, I feel like because Lumine's motivations are so opaque to us, and that even Aether is calling out that she doesn't feel like herself, that, like what is the goal? What is the goal of this story? What is the goal of the storyteller, and what is the goal of the characters? What are the goals of the characters in the story? Both are kind of up in the air. Given the theming so far and what we know of Hoyo, it must be something to do with memory and identity, and faith and hope, because that's Hoyo's whole shtick. So that's why I like them despite everything. I can't help it, because that's also my whole shtick. So then this is a story about faith and trust in someone you love. Despite them not making any sense. It's the question of Lumine's like consistency of identity having essentially experienced like a fracture in her identity due to having lived multiple lifetimes, actually. The whole memory wiping shebang being the cause of the splintering. And then there's just a lot we don't know on that front, like why her memory was wiped. Oh, Sapporo had enough of me yapping. Goodbye. And then Ether explicitly saying she doesn't feel like herself is like a, okay, so she, like, who are you really, if not your memories kind of situation. And like, for like the people that we know when we are separated from them for a long time and they live a whole lifetime without us, like, do we really still know them, right? Like, I think these are the questions that are like they're trying to raise these questions. That's my most charitable reading. But I think they're trying so hard to sound mysterious and cryptic that I'm not sure it's really landing. So we'll see. We'll see where they go with it. I'm not 100% certain yet. Sash, hello. Wait for you to read. What do you mean read, not learn? Am I not done with it already? Stealing her heart to prepare for what comes ahead. She was solemn and resolute. Yeah. Like, she's clearly somebody with like a really divided what's the word I'm looking for? Like, she's split. I mean, we'll see. I'm finishing act 6 of Natlan. Fontaine I finished 2 years ago. I think Sash is on mute, so they can't hear me. Okay. Sounding mysterious and cryptic most of the time just doesn't land. Can I have some flavor? Yeah, I feel like it lacked a bit of substance. Like, all of those things I inferred, I think charitably reading makes sense. But I think they could have given us a little more in the writing for those connections to have felt a little more resonant, I guess. Oh, Sash, these comments are about Lumine. Not Farina, but I do see the similarities. Yes. Yeah, we'll see. We'll just see. I think that scene had a lot of potential for those themes to land. Like think about how emotional that scene could have been if we had really strongly felt, for example, the simple question of like, someone that you used to love and walk alongside every day of their lives. And then like something happened that split you apart and they like lived a whole lifetime without you. And you're reunited. You finally get to have a face-to-face conversation and it feels like you don't even know them anymore. Like, what a simple but resonant concept, which I do believe they are trying to do with Lumine. I do think that is one of the themes they're going for. But that whole scene like didn't really have it. I think because they were trying so hard to make her seem extremely distant and cryptic that I think that's why it didn't land. But that could have been, that had a lot of potential, and I feel like they just they tried to like aura farm their way through it instead of actually giving us something. Yeah, they undercut their own execution with vibes. Yeah. Well, the music was beautiful. In a sense, it's straightforward. Attack and dethrone God. Is it really that straightforward, Verdigris? I don't know if I think we're meant to be questioning if that's Lumine's actual goal, and if so, why? Why is she still so motivated to attack and dethrone God? Is still an open question. And whether or not she actually is going to attack and dethrone God, because she spent that whole thing talking about reconstructing Kainria, which is notably different from attack and dethrone God. So, The story is trying to keep some mysteries from the player, so they're sabotaging their own emotional. Yeah, I think that's a really good way to explain it, Kasumi. I think I'm like really struggling to explain why I feel like that scene didn't land, and I think you're right. I think it's like they're like trying to not show their entire hand, and in doing so, it's like it's costing them some emotional resonance. Yeah. Vakahuitzlir, I butchered that username. Welcome to chat. Wanted to tell you that during my early Genshin days, you were my comfort streamer and healed me from my trauma from a certain traumatic experience, and I just appreciate it. Thank you so much for leaving such a sweet message. And as a first-time chat, I'm screenshotting that. It's going in my pile of lovely messages people have sent me. Thank you so much. Welcome to chat. It's good to have you. In Bedtime Story, it seems like she really does want to talk to us, but doesn't want to use knowing too much. Doesn't want us knowing too much, which is why they only talk to us knowing we'd forget. And the only thing that lets Traveler know something happened was the picture character left with us. Yeah, I felt like, I remember feeling a lot more of that, like, kind of like yearning. Like, I felt like the emotional notes of the tangle that Lumine was in came through very clearly in the Carabert quest. But this one was just kind of confusing. And I'm really struggling to explain why it felt so shallow. Don't know what it was. How odd. Well, again, I'm just gonna be patient, I guess. That's fine. It's whatever. Sibling also wants us to experience the truth of the world by ourselves. Yeah, she has said that a few times. Like, even her parting message this time was like, at the end of your journey, like, let's talk when you're done. Was like, once again, what she left us with, so. It feels shallow because it's the same old Hoyo wants you to wonder things for the next patch shtick. Yeah. Yeah, maybe it's that it's getting repetitive. Maybe that's what it is. It's partly part of it, yeah. Okay, well, thanks for trying to break that down with me. I don't know that we have any more answers than before, whether that's from a lore front, or from a writing front, or from an emotional beats front, but it is what it is. I was really excited to see Lumine again, but that's fine, I guess. It's we probably feel about how Ether feels right now, which is like, aw, man. Okay. Sis is like, no spoilers. Yeah, exactly. Constantly blue-balling us for all time. Yeah. I mean, so like a good... I can't believe I'm about to say this sentence. Like a good edging experience doesn't come from constant blue-balling. Like you gotta give a little something, right? It's not what's happening here. I can't think of a better metaphor. I'm really sorry for subjecting you guys to that. Moonlet's like, no. Beltran, happy 3-stream streak. Edging and blue balling, I'll just pass, I think. You know, some people are into that. I don't know what to tell you, Nana. Edge-shin impact. Are there so many bad analogies you can make in this vein? Are there? Severus is like, you know what? Sure. Yeah, I mean, I'm right, so. Sorry. Sorry, I'm right. They're just bad at edging. What can I say? Okay, anyway, moving along. Cool. We're with Ian-san. They are fully retreated. DAINSLEIF probably slapped his guy around another 100 times. Yeah. My son's really upset because my estranged daughter was actually kind of mean to him. Oh, Paimon didn't see any of that. Interesting. I keep wondering if like other people can see direidyth. Because Paimon can. I don't know, let's see. DAINSLEIF.
This quest had more substance and explanation than previous Dane quests, but wasn't as emotionally impactful. I do feel like that was the trade-off, Wolf. That was one of the things I was thinking about, was like, maybe it's because I was so, like, the logical centers of my brain were so engaged trying to piece the sort of logical story parts together that it was a little bit harder to immerse in the, like, character relationship aspect of it, maybe? Might be part of it. I don't know. Hoyo likes really convoluted stories, and I think what they don't always realize is that, like, sometimes you sacrifice, well, you almost always sacrifice emotional resonance when you try to overcomplicate plot points, because we're so busy detangling the puzzle that it's a little harder to focus on emotional beats. Okay, well, I'm back. Convoluted isn't always good, yeah. So, I mean, like, it's possible to pull off a convoluted and good story, but there's a balance to maintain there. Oh, shit. That's cool. What is that? Are you...
我大概知道一点，应该是关于你妹妹的事吧。我
Did
刚
she
刚在
just...
梦里跟夜神交流了一下，听说了不少事。
Did she just casually, like, magic pillow? A whole new world. What was that? Drunk granny here. We all saw that. They're not showing the antagonist POV enough. I don't think you even necessarily need to show the antagonist POV, but what you do need to understand is the antagonist's motivations. Even if you don't have absolute clarity on, like, their logical reasoning or, like, what led them to this point, you can save those reveals for later if you want, for, you know, story oomph reasons or whatever. I feel like it's important that you know what they care about. And I think right now with Lumine, she, like, I think they're trying to make it seem like she's like, I'm like Kain Rhea or bust. But then she'll be like, it was only ever about us. Like, it was always about us. And then you're like, so what is it? Like, which is it? Why is... what? Anyway, okay, whatever. I also would have appreciated more spaceship lore, yeah. Well, I wouldn't call it a long talk. We sure did have a talk. Well, I just woke up, Paimon. Come on. Wow, look at these two healthy communicators. I like all the theories that players came up with theorizing what will happen next, because it's usually better than what we actually get. Ouch, Cecil. You're right, but ouch. I would not have expected that, yeah.
怎么说呢？理由还挺复杂的。深渊灾害来临的那段时间，马维卡和队长曾经有过一次辩论。
Okay, yes, I really liked that argument.
一方认为应该拼一拼，优先保护人们的文化和
Yes,
记忆。
I really liked that
另一
debate.
方认
That
为
was really
应该优
beautifully
先保护
written.
地脉不被破坏。
It was like, you know, a little in your face, but again, I actually don't mind too much when they shove these kinds of things in your face.
而当夜神见到命运的织机，并得知他创造地脉的能力之后，夜神非常感兴趣。
Kind of asking you to understand and connect the meaning behind all the world quests and interlock it with what Karen and Snezhnaya's general thing is.
他认为
I just feel like MSQ shouldn't need deep lore to understand the basic story beat stuff, right? Like, things like world building, world quests, flavor text on artifacts, things like that. Like, it helps you piece together a more full understanding of the world. I don't think that missing those things should lead to you reading MSQ and being like, what? Like, you shouldn't be forced to be like feeling like you have to 100% every region to really understand the main story. To understand the world, sure, but the main story?
保存国家。
This is why Nod Cry
我感觉
exists.
自己完全
Yeah.
跟不上你们在聊的话题了。
I think it's tricky because this game launched at a time where everybody was kind of 100%ing or at least 80%ing the map everywhere they were at, because we all had more free time during lockdown. And that ceased to be true, and I feel like the devs never changed the way they told the story. In fact, they made it even less accessible, and I think that's a problem for basic enjoyment, basic player enjoyment. Like,
不只是你，
it's also
我
like
也
kind
一样。
of tangled up because it feels like they write for the greatest common denominator, but then they don't structure the game in a way that's like accessible to the greatest common denominator. So like, who are you prioritizing really in that case?
于是，夜神在确认过命运的知期，并不会给当下的娜塔
Explicitly
带来实
reactions
质
to
性的影
noticing
响
most
之后，
players don't do
准
side
许了他
content.
的
Yeah, I
行
wonder
动。
whose fault that is. These devs, man. Live action is a cancer. Live action. Live service is a cancer. Okay. Anyway. Let me reread this because this seems important. Saw your sister's actions as a potential third option to preserve an entire nation in the form of an atlas. Like a blueprint, in other words, which we were talking about earlier. So Shibalanke was like, cool, let's try it, basically. In other words, she was like, interesting, yeah!
附加条
Additional
件，
condition.
不知道，他不告诉我。
Huh. Interesting.
好了，
Lord of the
战争
Night
结束
isn't
之后适合
Shibalanke?
喝酒，不适合动脑。
Then who's Shibalanke? I thought it was Lord of the Night this whole time.
我对夜神大人是绝对信任的，他已经主动为我们分担这些麻烦事了。
Oh, was Shibalanke
always
one of
been
the
outside your
archons? That doesn't seem right either. A past Notlan archon had a similar name? I'm gonna look it up. Oh, no, I was right. Oh, the first Pyro archon. Oh, okay. So Lord of the Night didn't have a name then? They're just Lord of the Night? Oh, Yowal Takutin. They did have a name. I was like, they had a name though. It wasn't Shibalanke. I mixed them up. Okay, thanks for correcting me. Okay, cool. So Yowal Takutin said, fuck it, we ball. Got it.
你说是吧，旅行者？
What am I agreeing with? Oh, that you trust her? Yeah. Sure.
走吧，跟我一起回沃路之邦。瓦雷莎应该也在，这次一定好好招待你。
Another feast? I'm going somewhere.
哎，
先别管他了，易安山。
Man, I feel so blue-balled by
可
that
能像你
sibling
这样的性格不是
interaction.
那么好理解，但人有的时候就是需要通过独处来恢复能量的。
This is a really funny thing to say to a trainer.
旅行者，
Okay. Return to Plato's cave. Where is it? Oh, it's so far. Okay. Traveler is not in a celebratory mood. Neither am I. Thought his name was a fruit. What, Twister? Whose name was a fruit? Yowal Takutin and Shibalanke. And then the Lord of Death was Renova. I was really struggling with these names, guys. I can't even remember my friends' names half the time. Happy early Pride month, one day early. I think we should be allowed to celebrate as early as we want. You can have Pride all year if you want. Follow your dreams. Bro's really crashing out. Can't blame him. His sister is being extremely uncooperative and unhelpful and won't even explain why she cares about the things she seems to care about. Istaroth. Yeah, the Shade of Time. Yes. That's the first thing Lumine said, I think, when she showed up. Damn. Okay.
Yeah, the direidyth hilichurl thing is also very like, okay. Because it's a superimposition. That whole like curse not to die thing, it applies to hilichurls too then? It's like every citizen of Khaenri'ah was cursed by it? She's still out there, just a hilichurl. Yeah, bro didn't even take the bat. The mace. Yeah, that's more accurate. Direidyth hand holding one last time. No, I don't want it. I don't want it. Take it back. Shibalunka sounds like a yummy fruit name. What is it? Fruit name? Pure Khaenri'ahs are made immortal. Mixed ones are turned into hilichurls. Oh, that was the difference. Okay. Bro found a better club. Wait, what are those balls in the distance? Wait, what are those balls? What? Why are there only ever 2 of them? What are these? They're being held back by like hilichurl constructions. In the chasm quest, the hilichurls can wander into the chasm when they reach it and their ability to continue on. Yeah, but like... it still means they're very long-lived. Oh wow, okay, so when I destroy them, they actually... Where are you guys going? They just explode? That's it? That's it? That's it? I was honestly expecting a lot more fanfare. Can I become you? I can. Are those the blue balls? I don't know. They didn't look very blue, guys. Sometimes they leave stuff behind. Oh, okay, okay. Oh, they get launched at you. Okay, so me breaking it up isn't the intended usage of the balls. I see. Okay. Well, as they say in A Starstruck Odyssey, the ball is rolling uphill, guys. Trust, okay? The ball is rolling uphill. Oh, goodness. That was so deeply unsatisfying. I, like... You foiled Direidyth's boulder trap! I don't know, she ran off somewhere. Probably headed to the chasm. Press E for fun. Oh, let's try it. E for fun? Yippee! Oh! Oh! Cool. Sisyphus's ball on my Genshin Impact? More likely than you think! Does that do anything? Do these break? They do not. E for fun and then run? Oh! What does this do? Okay, whatever. Cool. Damn, I'm like so unsatisfied that I'm just wandering the surface of Tevat like an unappeased ghost. just taking a long walk. Inhabiting someone else's body and taking a long fucking walk. The quest with the little guy? Again, I don't play this game off stream. What do you mean? How goes the quest with the little guy? Unappeased Tatankasaur. There's an Oculus over there. Man, I'm so unsatisfied. What do I do with myself now? I feel bad. I feel extremely, extremely blue-balled. Like, more than with Capitano. I thought Capitano was bad. No, this is so much worse. I'm probably supposed to ramp up and go jump over that ramp to get it, huh? Nah, bitch. Why would I bother? Oh, that's probably why I would bother. But still. I can't do it. I'll just climb up. Still not high enough. Nah, this should be high enough. Next quest is better, probably. Yeah. Dude, that was the end of Notlan's quest line, technically. That's so... What? Like, technically what we just did was finish Notlan. Not exactly? What do you mean? It doesn't say Notlan here anymore. It says paralogism. What do you mean? There's one last Notlan MSQ. Technically a world quest? The prelude to Nodcry is in Notlan. Oh, the summer quest is the finish. Oh, I guess I played almost all of that. Okay, well... Wait, so then for the order, would I be doing paralogism next and then go finish the summer quest? If it were release order? I think that's correct. I think paralogism came out first, right? It's a fucking world quest. Okay, paralogism is next. Okay, so I'll route to this then. Jesus, that's crazy. It's so crazy to hit navigate and then see Mondstadt. Like, it just feels insane. It feels absolutely insane. All right, I guess next stream... Next gen, 11,623 meters away. All right, guys, we better start walking. It's gonna take us a hot minute. What are we gonna talk about? Anyone bring snacks? Who's my co-pilot? Who's DJing? Did you want to see what happens if you don't give over the key? Oh, that's true. That's true. Let's go see. Let's go see. What would I even look up? Let's see if this works. Giving versus keeping the key. Here it is. Here it is. Oh, it's only like a minute. There's only one. Wait, it's all. This whole video is only a minute long, and it's supposed to show me both versions. Okay. Okay, hold on. Let me switch it up. I'll just get a new window capture, 1 second. This one? Okay. Come on, OBS. You can do it. Come on. Where'd it go? Oh no. Oh, here it is. Okay. Whew. It's only a minute. I feel like nothing happens. Like, sequence of events? Okay, wait. This person's playing as Lumine. Okay, okay. Wait, it just cuts to this? Oh, so it's yet another fake choice. I was right. HOV's always watching. Okay, and then if you keep it...
そのためには一つの世界が必要なの。
What?
お兄ちゃんはいつも運命を変えようとしてる。私もそう。でも今回は何としても。
Oh, yeah. Huh? Okay, let's read this comment. Hold on. Let me get this straight. The Abyss sibling is trying to revive Kai and Rhea, not only to get rid of their guilt for not stopping the cataclysm, but to reunite with the Traveler 500 years before they wake up and oppose the heavenly principles. But to reunite with the Traveler 500 years before they wake up? Like, they want to do some time travel shenanigans? What? Also, if the Abyss sibling creates a new Kai and Rhea, would they essentially overwrite the current Tevat because the Abyss sibling mentions trying to rewrite history when we get the key at the beginning of the story? It's the sibling's key that they give to the girl at the end, we give to the girl? Or we give to the girl, I'm assuming the current version of Lumine we see is the one that was given the key. They want to do an auto-apocalypse. Finish the video first? Is there more?
500年前にお兄ちゃんと再会する機
Oh,
会
this
を
line.
逃すわけにはいかないから。
Where did that come from?
500年前にお兄ちゃんと再会する機会を。
So this is a line of dialogue we don't get if we give her the key. But if you don't give her the key... Wait, Because this is the keep the key dialogue. Sibling gives her key to direidyth if you keep it. So they changed the timeline, essentially. It's the key the girl gave Abyss Twin when they found out Traveler was alive. It's the key the girl gave Abyss Twin when they found out Traveler was alive? What? Literally, what the fuck? It's just a difference of who gives her the key? The keys are different. Yeah, they're literally different keys. Like, which twin's key it is different. And that implies a difference. It implies an additional time warp situation if it wasn't until this point after we, you know, talked with direidyth and resolved all of that stuff. And then direidyth gets the Abyss Twins key. Yeah, I agree. It doesn't make a difference. Yeah, if you keep the key, the dialogue line that's a moment where they're like, oh, so there were like 3 keys at that time? Like, they did say that when I was playing just now. But instead of saying there are 3 keys at that time, now there are 3 keys in this time. What? Here, this person saying they will explain. If you give the key to the NPC, she will give the key to the future sibling, which for us is the past 500 years ago, having the NPCs living in the past. Yep, that's what we did, which made sense, actually. I was like, sure. And so if you give her your key, she will give it to her version of the sibling in our past sibling. She will finally get a clue where to find us after shooting. Yeah. Okay. Cool. But we were in hibernation, so it didn't happen, but she found us. So you don't give her the key. The NPC wouldn't be able to give us our sibling, and the sibling wouldn't be able to get a clue what if she doesn't want to happen, or she meets. Okay. So in other words, if you don't give the key, you're basically saying to our sibling that I won't let you meet me 500 years ago. She wants to meet us no matter what. So she's resolving the motivation paradox. Wait, she threw her own key to the NPC so that she can give that key to the past sibling so our past sibling can meet us. So she plants her own clue. In other words, they wanted to give us a feeling of choice, but then realized that one of the choices wouldn't actually make sense for the canon events. So in order to give us the feeling as if we were making a momentous choice, but then still be able to resolve the story without major plot holes, they had to have Lumine resolve her own time paradox. I don't know how I feel about that. Like, my first instinct is, wow, that's really stupid. And then I'm like, maybe I'm being mean. Maybe it's not that stupid. Maybe it's like kind of cool that she's so like
fully crashing out that this is just the kind of decision that like present Lumine would make, knowing that past Lumine was a really different kind of a person. And it's like, maybe it's kind of romantic that she, like, despite everything, is essentially asserting that she would make the same choice again. I can come around to that. I can come around to that. If we don't meet the sibling, the future will definitely change. I mean, the present would definitely change. Yeah. I prefer keeping the key, so she gives hers up. Yeah. I can kind of see that. Okay. Cool. The universe is a solid block of ice. Nothing can change. Don't have the key in my inventory, which bothers me now. I guess I didn't look at the key while it was still in my inventory. Missed opportunity. Well, I mean, I know obviously that they can't break the timeline, which is why they're writing it this way, but I just don't know how to feel about it. I don't know how to feel about giving us the option to make the decision to begin with. Because those are, frankly, two very different characters. Like, the Lumine who would choose... Actually, yeah, that is what's bothering me. The Lumine who would make the decision, like, as romantic as to be like, no matter what, I don't want to... Like, even though I know we end up in the same place here, I don't want my past self to miss the chance of, like, seeing you 500 years ago. So I'm going to give my key to this NPC. Like, I realize now that the decision my future self, according to my past self, made was to give this girl the key so that I could get it in the past. So I'm going to opt into this time loop. I'm going to continue to do that. That version of Lumine is really different from the version of Lumine who was like, you gave her, like, you, my brother, gave her this key, and your choice to give her that key is what led me on to making that decision of, like, abandoning Kyria and looking for you. Because in the version of dialogue that we saw, it was like, it wasn't like she explicitly was like, it's your fault that all this happened, but, like, I feel like Ether would unavoidably see it that way. Yeah, I think the blame and the guilt and all of the motivations are different. I think the version of the story I prefer is the one where she gives the key to herself, because I think it's more romantic. And it's, like, kind of more cohesive for her character. But now, like, by MacGyvering it, like, by shoehorning it so that we could have a chance to have this feeling like we had a choice here, just, like, construct this illusion of choice. Like, the cost of constructing the illusion is that now there are, like, kind of two different Lumines. And again, my first instinct is like, well, that's stupid. And then my second instinct is like, well, maybe the medium is the message. Like, that's one of the themes I brought up, was that, like, Lumine's had, like, she has a splintered identity situation going on here. And, like, this is another manifestation of that. And that's kind of cool. But, like, the amount of chewing on this that I had to go through to arrive here, I don't know. I guess I'm okay with it. Okay. Yeah. Manufactured consent. I wouldn't use such a weighty term for such a small thing, cheese pants. Manufactured consent is extremely serious. Very much about feudal defiance. Yeah. Yeah. The cost of defying this destiny was unleashing the apocalypse of the abyss, dooming the world. We're in a tough spot. They should have just had us keep the key. I don't really mind either way. I think what I'm trying to figure out is, am I annoyed that they gave us an illusion of choice here? Or do I actually think it's kind of cool that by constructing an illusion of choice moment for us, we've essentially landed all of the players on kind of a split timeline without us really realizing it, right? Because, like, the whole thing about, like, the theory of there being parallel worlds, or, like,
slight shifts in decisions leading to a lot of different possibilities, and all of those are like different universes that we just like live alongside in perpetuity. Is like, for that to be an idea, then it must also be true that like there are versions of reality that are not even perceivably different. Like, they are different, but we wouldn't be able to tell that they're different. And I think this is a like potentially a really cool embodiment of that idea. That like, to me, this is such a huge difference, the choice that Lumine or Ether makes here. Not because of the choice the traveler makes, but because of the choice it forces their sibling to make. That now there are two versions of sibling stories here, depending on what you chose here. Even if it feels like the same story, it's functionally very different. Well, if you're the kind of player who would sit here think about it for a very, very, very long time, then it's functionally very different. If you're the kind of player who was like, oh, that was just another illusion of choice, okay, and then moved on, then okay, that's fine. But for me, I think the more I think about it, the more I'm landing on, actually, that's kind of cool. I kind of like that. I think I've come around. I think in what you guys just witnessed was me going the full circle of, well, that's stupid, to like, oh, actually, I think I kind of like it. You are being manipulated by Istaroth, Venti's creator, other self and parent. Yeah. Yeah. It's not a real illusion of choice. It's really interesting because, like, it's an illusion of choice from the perspective of, like, the logical things that happen to make the timeline unfold the way they do. But it's a real choice because it's has such a huge impact on who the twins are and what their relationship is to each other. But I know, I think that introduces writing challenges that I don't know that the writers can do justice to, and that's okay. That's okay. I think it's, the more I think about this, the more I'm like, I'm glad they tried to do that. Like, I'm glad they made an attempt, because the people who want to chew on it have a lot to chew on now. Okay, I feel a little less blue-balled. I feel a little bit less blue-balled. From a storytelling perspective, that's one of the cooler things they've done. Even though I thought it was dumb at first. I think I see the vision. It's also possible that the curtains are just blue and a tree is just a tree, and I'm super overthinking it. But I don't know, I think it's kind of fun to... Like, how do I put it? If you're reading a book and the author wrote the curtains are blue and they just meant the curtains were blue, but to you, like, the curtains in that scene symbolize, like, sadness and, like, a separation from society, or, like, whatever it is you read into the curtains, I think that's cool, too. Like, that's what it meant to you. Like, the point of media and art is that, like, our experiences matter just as much as creator intention. I think this is a moment where that matters. Yeah, the more I think about it, the more pleased I am, even though it was very confusing at first. And I don't think that would have landed unless I had gone and looked up the differences and then, like, really thought about the implications. If the curtains are blue, you can bet it's to hide a Caslana. I don't know, Kiana's kind of orange. I don't think she'd blend in very well. Can we address the video on the side titled 1 hour of silence occasionally interrupted by a pigment? Oh, I love that video. It's so good. There's another version of it that I think is like Mario. An hour of silence occasionally interrupted by Mario. If you think about it, it is different. In one version, you keep the keys in your inventory. The other, no, exactly. That's what I'm saying. It's not just the key in your inventory. It's all. I think what matters to me way more than the, like, material consequences of your decision, of which there are very few. The key is only one of them. What matters to, like, personally for me, what I'm taking from this moment, the reason I think it's cool, is because it's not just about the material consequences. It's about the difference in, like, our twin as a character. Like, that's a whole other character. These are two different people now. The twin that is implied to have, like, basically be, what's the word I'm looking for? Not blame necessarily, but to put it crassly, there's a better word for it, but, like, the version of like the twin who would blame you for having led to her abandoning Kynria and the thing that she is now consumed by guilt over, versus the twin who actively makes the decision to cause that past self of herself, that past version of herself, to do it all over again. Those are two different people. And I think that's really cool. The more I think about that part, the more I'm like, damn, that's fire. Those are different siblings, yeah. Okay. I feel less blue-balled. I'm glad I sat here and like really thought through it. I also wish I had kept the key now, but too late to regret. Now I get the more boring version of Lumine. You know what? I'm gonna headcanon that I didn't give her the key and I lost it. Some Hilitril has it. I don't know. I think I'm gonna keep the key when I play. I like the way that you frame it. Yeah, exactly. But also, like, I can't deny that what I was thinking when I handed the key over in the moment I made that decision, like, the thought process was very much like, well, Ether really, really, really wants to see Lumine, and like, this key is his only way to do that. And I feel like in the moment, that's the choice he would have made. What's the version of Ether? I guess that's the other question, is like, now that I've thoroughly analyzed like the twin, what about us? What about the Traveler? What's the version of the Traveler who wouldn't have handed over the key? Honestly, a more logical one. Wait. Well, it depends on the Traveler's interpretation of how time paradoxes work. So like, if the Traveler believes that the time loop is the way that it is and like everything that has happened will happen, no matter what he does, then he keeps the key, because he wouldn't believe, well, it depends. You can hand it over with different motivations. Oh, this gets pretty complex, actually. Depends. The matrices of what the Traveler wants versus what the Traveler believes happens in time. Like, would doing something or not doing something potentially change history depending on Ether's or the Traveler's belief systems? I don't know. I think in my mind it was just a very simple, like, not really thinking about time or anything like that, just like, I want to return the key to pass Lumine. I wasn't thinking very hard, I just clicked it. Who may be able to defy the destiny of the world. Right. The fact that we're not encoded in Irminsul is, I think, important. People say time loops are lazy storytelling, but I'm a sucker for stories that make you think a lot and analyze it. Yeah. I think time loops are lazy storytelling when they are too easy to explain. I think time loops that leave too much open to interpretation are also the lazy ones. There is a middle ground where time loops are fun because you're a little bit not sure what might have happened or what might have changed or it might have been possible. And the realm of like possible different choices and possible different consequences is small enough to be considered, but large enough to be enticing. And walking that fine line is, I think, very difficult. I don't know if they have achieved that here, but they've done it enough that I'm at least pretty intrigued by the very hypothetical places that goes, because I know that the game itself can't give all of that to me. But I do think it has significant impacts on how I read the personalities and the motivations of the twins. And as far as that goes, for me, I care more about character writing than plot. As far as character writing goes, I think that was a really cool decision. For plot writing, I don't know, honestly, but I'm like, over it. I'm characters first always. That's why I thought Pokemon Sword and Shield, despite everything, I thought had great writing. Which sometimes people look at me, they're like, "Are you crazy?" And I'm like, "I'm not talking about the plot, guys. I'm talking about the characters." Let me see. The big sticking point is for stories that introduce time loops where it was not part of the plan versus ones where it was seeded early on. Yeah. And this one does feel, to be fair, very much like they obviously have been thinking about the consequences of the passage of time and a time loop for a long time. They've been consistently pushing it, actually. So, okay. For a time loop execution, this was like a 7 out of 10. Like, you know, very decently done. Not everyone's cup of tea. Worth chewing on. And I'm glad they did it. Yeah, I think that's where I land. And I can see, again, like I feel very strongly this is not everybody's cup of tea, so probably a lot of people hated it. Probably a lot of people like really loved it too. I think I'm just in a, oh, okay, interesting. I'm glad they did that is kind of where I land, yeah. I think also that probably it'll hit different as I learn more going into Nod Cry, so. Yeah. Yeah, I heard great things about paralogism. I'm also so biased as a Venti stan that I have no doubt I'm going to love paralogism. As a Venti and Mondstadt enjoyer, I'm excited. But I'm also, oh man, should I keep going then? Should I just play through paralogism? How long is paralogism? Reddit says maybe 4 hours. Okay, let's do paralogism. Let's do paralogism. And then I'll take a visual novel. I might take a short visual novel break, like one VN. And then paralogism, and then we'll play another VN. Yeah. If you miss Simulanka, you're going to be a bit lost. Oh, okay. We'll see. I think I missed one of the summer events. Yeah. Cool. Trip down memory lane. I'm excited! I heard great things. I almost came back just for that. Okay, I gotta go do vocal recording now. I owe so many vocals, guys. I was sick for so long. All of my timelines got like mega bumped. All right, cool. Well, thanks for sitting with me as I very slowly rationalized my way through that. I really went from like, oh, I feel so unsatisfied and so blue balled to like, that was all right. Came fully around. I miss Simulanka. Yeah, I think that was the summer event before Nalan, right? So that makes sense. Yeah, thank you, Herda, for hanging out. Okay, let's see. I don't think I'm gonna raid. I'm kind of tired, to be honest. I'm gonna go take a break and then go record. Next up for streams, I'm thinking I still owe a birthday stream, and now I'm also overdue for a stream anniversary, which sucks. So I'll probably do them together sometime in June. I'll set a date eventually, but until then, we'll probably do most of next week. I'll have streams up. I'm going to start streaming like so frequently, actually, is the plan, that like probably a good 4 days a week, so frequently that I might not announce my stream schedules anymore on Discord, or just like bullet point them or something. And for specific times, I guess I'll just ask people to refer to my stream reservations on YouTube. It was just getting really exhausting trying to duplicate them every time. So I think we'll shift to where I just do a bullet point of like, here's the rough plan for the week, and then I figure it out as the week goes on. So that's next week will be I'm thinking there's a visual novel that just dropped called The Last Winter Night. So we'll probably play that on Tuesday and then go to paralogism for the rest of the week, is what I'm thinking. All right. Whether it's morning, afternoon, or evening, have a wonderful time of day. Thank you all for joining me and for correcting me when I got Shivalanke mixed up with Yohwal Jakutin. That would have been really bad if I had never caught that. That would have been extremely confusing. So I'm glad we caught that. And sorry for everyone for probably having to say it 20 times before I saw it in chat. But when I'm reasoning through something, I say a lot of rhetorical questions, and then I have to make sure not to read chat because sometimes people try to answer them. And I'm like, no, I'm just thinking out loud. So I'm glad that was eventually resolved. And I will see you all starting next Tuesday. Yeah. Okay. See you next time. Bye-bye. Bye-bye-bye-bye. Bye-bye-bye-bye.